We are live according to StreamYard. Let me see YouTube. Computer science Morocco.
range.
Okay, cool. Looks like we are live. Hello, chat. If you can hear me, please say you can hear me. شتي كتقول لي كلشي خدام. امين كيقول hello guys. hello. واش كتسمعونا؟ هذا هو السؤال المهم.
Yeah. Hello.
Okay, chat. Hello. Mohammed Shaibi, hello. Yes, sounds good. Thank you. Wins 37. اوكي حسين قلت هو كان كيسمعنا نايس. سو السيمانه الفايته ولا فوقاش درنا اخر ستريم؟ الجمعه الحد وقيله
Just Sunday.
ولا السبت؟
Sunday.
اوكي. So to Sunday كان معنا Anas. We did like a nice 5 problems. We tried to run through the first 5 days into Advance of Code. وعينا كنا نقولوا غنبداو بهم ونشوفوا واش غنديروا. ما درنا 5 وعينا. So اليوم غنحاولوا نبداو ونشوفوا فوقاش نعيو. I'm not gonna promise like نديروا the next 5 but نديروا شويه تنعيو. And also, like, if you guys have any thoughts or ideas about like what we can do about next streams, let us know. Hit Advent of Code is it wasn't our idea, it was some idea جاتنا في شي ستريم واحد اخر. شي واحد كان قال لنا باللي can you do Advent of Code. Sam قال لك what is the training set like for today's stream? I'm not sure what training set means in this context. وين 37 قال لك خص تجيبوا معاد. وفينا هو فيق معاد انت جايب معاد ونوضوا الناس وقول ليه نوض درين نوض دير ادفنت اوف كود.
Impossible.
ويل تراي. نقولها له المره الجايه ونشوف. ذاك النهار فاش كان هنا راه غير حيت تصادف كان عند خليل في الدار. اوكي كول. alright, shall we get going? بقينا في 5 ولا 6؟
I think we did 5.
Alright, let me share my screen.
Go for it.
Okay, get this here. Present. Share screen. This screen. Yes. All right. Let me zoom this a bit. So I'm hoping this is readable. خليل كيبان لك هادشي نتايا؟
Yeah, I'm on a smaller screen and كيبان لي مزيان.
Okay, nice. So if this is visible, please let us know. If it's not visible, please let us know as well. باش نزوميها شويه. But I don't think I changed the zoom setting from last time. So this should be all right. Okay, what do we have here? Historians. Yada. Okay. Paradox. Important to avoid anyone. Single guard. Where's we have a map. We have some occurrence position of the guard who had هذا facing up. So يشوف هنا. Any obstruction creates disks open reactors that are shown as okay. Guards have strict protocol. There is something directly in front of you to the right. Otherwise take a step. كيبقى غادي نيشان شوف شي حاجه قدامه تيدور تكمل يبقى غادي نيشان تبقى يدور clockwise I guess. Moves up several times until it reaches an obstacle, a pile of failed suit prototypes. So كان هنا بقى غادي طن دابا خصو يمشي لليمين. اوكي غادي طن because there is now an obstacle in front of the guard. She turns right before continuing straight in her new facing direction. Reaching another obstacle, a spool of several very long polymers, she turns right again and continues downwards. This process continues for a while, but the guard eventually leaves the mapped area after walking past a tank of universal solvent. By predicting the guard's route, you can determine which specific position in the lab will be in patrol path, including the guard's starting position. The positions visited by the guard before leaving the area are marked with an X. The guard will visit 41 distinct. Okay. Seems legit. Let's see. Omar يقول hello Omar, hello Yaris. Guys, can anyone share the link to join Discord? There is no. What Discord are you guys talking about? اللي عنده اللي يعطينا.
Imagine that there is like some kind of hidden Discord.
Yeah.
Look at this.
All right. So, Khalil, I guess like, did you understand the problem?
I didn't read it. اشرح لي.
Oh, really? Okay. So, from the looks of it, كيبان لك كاين واحد كيعطي واحد الماب داير حرك.
Okay.
And then you have this guard اللي هو الكاركتر هذا.
Mhm.
And then the idea is that هذا الجارد هذا walks in a predetermined walking protocol على حسب ما قالوا.
Mhm.
So you just keep walking up until you reach an obstacle. And then once you reach an obstacle, you turn 90 degrees, which is like you turn right. And then you continue walking straight.
Okay. So if
the
there's
next
an
obstacle.
obstacle, if there is
If there is
another
no obstacle,
yeah.
you finish.
Mhm. You finish. Okay.
Yes. So the goal is to compute the number of unique cells اللي غيشوفهم in his determined walking, like even like an initial state نتاع الجريد خصك تعطيه the amount of things.
They tell us بأنه it's assumed ما غيكونش شي cycle.
It's assumed شنو؟
ما غيكونش شي cycle. ياك؟
What do you mean ما غيكونش cycle? I mean like you only care about unique. If you get into a cycle, then you can just stop. Then there will be no more unique.
Okay. So okay. So isn't that just
simulation,
a
right?
BFS or like a traversal thing, and that's it?
Yeah. I feel like it's just a simulation thing.
Yep.
Okay. So maybe I do this one because.
Yeah, go for it. Yeah.
I feel like I didn't do the last one.
And hold it against.
Yeah, kind of
that one.
kind of say it for the last one. So قبل ما نعيا صب علي. All right. So how about this? Does this look big enough?
Yeah, it looks alright to me. Let chat decide. I'll be back in 2 minutes. Just keep me on stream. Be back.
Yeah, sure. Okay. Chat, if this is like too big or too small, just let me know. Today I'm trying something new. I'm doing Python. Just because ما فيش. مش حاجة أخرى. All right. So let's see. There is some sort of input that I don't care about. So how do you read at an end of input? Like a sys dot standard input, or there is like a while input, a while true input, that's true. Line equal the lines that equal here. If line break lines that push or append, I guess. Print lines. Just for my own sanity, I'm not sure how do you read till end of input. So Python main.py 1 2 3. Oh yeah, that's true. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and then Command D. No. We should be okay. So since that's standard in that lines, is that a thing? Does anybody remember كيف كنديرو نقراو حتى end of line? I want to read all the lines. Is that a We will do one problem with Python, and I guess this will be like the one to do it with. All right. Python 3 import sys to the end of lines. No. What's on the read lines? Read. Where is this going? Read lines. Okay. Okay. It's read lines according to read lines. Lines equal read lines. No. Python 3 main up by. Yes. This is too big. How about this now? God damn it. Okay, fine. عرفنا كنا نقرا input. صافي إلا قرينا input فحنا درنا كلشي. Okay. So we'll do like list of map this, and the function would be like lambda x dot strip, right? Because I care about, right. I want to copy the test input. Let's copy this. Right. Okay, sounds good. For line and sys.stdin, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I did something else, but I guess it's kind of similar since I care about all the lines. I'm not sure. Not a Python expert. Just thought is Python would allow me to type less Leoma. Although I'll struggle to remember like how do you do things in Python. So we need to remember, we need to find the position we need to find the X and Y, which is our starting positions, right? So for C in lines, for I in range, is range a thing? I guess it's a thing. For J in range, len of lines of I, which kind of should be the same. If lines of ij equals this, then starting position is ij. Since there will only be one, it doesn't really matter. So once we have the x and y, we will have dirs, which is what is going up. We start going up by -1 on the x and 0, and then we go right, and then we go down, and then we go left. So directions the end. So up, right, down, left. هذا ما directions the end. I need to keep a scene, which is like a set. I need to keep track of باش نعرف فوقاش غنحبس. And then I'll just keep walking.
I am back.
Hello.
It had to be Python, yeah.
غير هذه المرة. غير هذه المرة.
Okay, so the set will be XY direction.
Yes, XY direction, correct.
Okay.
So D will be 0.
Okay.
As in like the direction here.
Okay. Is it going up and then it's going clockwise? So we can just
so up, right,
increment
down,
it
left. Yes.
modulo-
So increment
modulo.
modulo 4.
Beautiful. It's easier that way.
Yeah. What else? So just while true, just keep doing this. If current tuple is x, y, d. If seen in if cur in scene, break, right? Otherwise, like scene dot add cur. Is it add set? I don't know. Somebody will complain.
And it's not going to be Python.
Yeah. Somebody will complain again. A lot of machine. Down should be 1 0. And is it always in the beginning? Yes, غنبداو بهذيك ديما هي الأولى. And then we should move like the next position, next x, next y equals gears of d.
Yeah.
So gears of d plus x, gears of d plus y, and then here it's 1, and then here's 0.
Yeah. Yes.
Sounds about right. So if
probably nx, yeah. Awesome.
If nx smaller than 0, or nx smaller than bigger than or equal to n, or ny smaller than 0, or I guess like you need this or.
Actually,
it's
okay. It's fine. This is correct.
ny, let's see, nx and then ny.
Bigger than or equal to n.
M, right? Then we should break. What else? If the next position, which is like lines of nx and y, is equal to a stop like this, we just break as well. No, wait. No, we should d equals
d plus equal 1. D plus
1 mod 4.
Modulo 4. Yeah.
Mod 4, right? What else? And then I just do x, y equals nx and y.
So if it's a hash, you don't want to go to it, yeah, do you? Right?
Correct. Yes, I need to change the x and y before.
Yeah.
So I need to change the x, y before, yeah.
Actually, maybe you want to do not what I meant.
No, let's.
So you do what you do. Well, like if lines equal hash, you update d and you just do continue. Like you take the same x, y with a new word.
So we only update if the next is not a thing.
It's a valid state.
Yes, right. And then at the end, the answer is print len of scene.
Yes. Okay.
So looks about right. So شي واحد قبيله كان كومونطا على واحد اللعيبه ولا شنو هي؟
Let's see.
With open as if. No, okay, for line, I mean, for A in range, down should be 1 0.
Down should be 1 0. Yeah, that's true. There is a 0 1 repeated twice. So the third one.
Oh yeah, third should be 1 0. Thank you very much.
Good catch.
Good catch. All right, let's see. Invalid syntax. If lines into ij كتساوي. What is wrong with that? Should be here.
Okay. If lines ij equal, there's a missing 2 dots.
Oh, correct. Good catch. انت راك كتعرف بيتا ما كتشكى. Of course, and then and then M are not defines lines, len of lines, into L.
Yeah.
And then here, I'll just make it range M.
Yeah.
Because why not? 50. No, that's more than what we need. Okay, now.
41.
Okay, so we're counting more than what we should.
Yeah, we might be counting with the
Yeah,
direction.
we're counting with the direction, which we shouldn't.
So we should probably iterate over the set, insert in another XY set. Or you can have another one.
And just have another one or something. Scene answer. And I'll just...
And
add
XY. Yeah.
XY, yep. Scene. And then we just do...
Yeah.
38.
Do we do the first one at least? First node, yeah.
Let's see.
Direction is 0. XY is wherever we have like IJ. Okay, we insert the first
one. It's not terrible to debug, right? We can debug it.
Yeah, we can debug.
Yeah, let's do lines into X and Y equals X. Right? If we went to it, we just do this.
Okay.
And then for line in lines, line. Item assignment? What do you mean?
Lines وقيلا string, so maybe it's immutable.
No way. I'll be very surprised.
I don't know. I had their S2 equal.
Oh. Stupid.
Okay.
What a stupid language. Come on, you can't do this.
Your choice.
باش الواحد كيقول خصو يدير هكاك باش يتعلم. شباب, how do you do string assignment في بايثون؟ عبد الرحيم السباعي. فين عبد الرحيم؟ قال لك what's an activity for Christmas day؟ هما advent of code. داكشي علاش كيديروهم اصلا. To keep programmers busy في العطلة. Okay. Lines X. Seriously, how do you do assignment?
If you, to be honest, إلا بغيتي غير تبرينتي print it character by character, and if it's seen, print X.
Oh
if
my
it's
god.
inside scene and print X.
Oh my god. This is
you
terrible.
Can probably, yeah.
For I. Oh, let me steal some code.
Yes.
If IJ in scene.
Ans, in scene ans.
Thank you.
Yep.
Lines of IJ. And then كاين شي حاجه اخرى واش كتقول لها ما تنقش السطر.
Oh really?
اجوا ديفولت تنقص السطر واقع.
Oh man, let me look that up.
Google.
Else print Python with a new line. Print and equals space and equal empty string. Okay. لا ر. You probably want to.
Yeah, I want X هنا. See, now let's read another cam. Okay, let's see. What aren't we seeing?
So I feel like we're missing the connection between the 4 x's of line 2 and the x's of...
هنا ما عندناش هاد الثلاثة for some reason.
Can we? Oh yeah. So
هادو هما اللي ما عندناش. هاد طلع هذا باش كيطلع لهنا كيدير وصل لهنا.
Yeah, so those two up are not seen. Can we go back to the code? Maybe something with the way we exit. If current insane, so it's XYD.
XYD, and you add XYD, and then it's the Y, X, so NX and NY. That's a bit awkward. There's a D.
So one question. In the problem statement, if you go back to this example, فين كيبدأ?
كيبدأ هنا.
Okay. Where?
يبدأ هنا.
Okay, so
خصك العادة خصك ندير مسطر.
Right, so even like the first thing we do is go up هذوك خوتنا, right? Okay.
Which is kind of surprising. Why aren't we seeing it? Print XY. So we start 1 4 1. Whoa. Why do we start at 1 4 and then we go to 1 4 again?
Its direction changes. Probably.
But still, like هنا خصك ضروري تبدل في هذا الاول هذا. You'll have to change your XY regardless.
No, but أصلا 1 4 is incorrect.
Yeah, why are we starting at 1 4?
Yeah.
XY, IJ, F lines of IJ. Okay.
By the way, you take current or XYD. But then we never change XY. Actually, XY is always in my current position. Okay.
Kind of very curious. I know. Starting at 1 4. Okay. Cut in context. What? Why is this here? What?
I think it's like a second image more, like because there are multiple images. The second one, if you go down just a little bit, go down.
Does it have it? Yeah. God damn it! Always verify your inputs.
Oof.
This doesn't make sense. Shout call it out.
Oof. Let's do it.
Yeah, 41.
Yep.
Okay. Okay, fine.
Nice.
Let's download the input. Get your puzzle input.
Go for it. It doesn't look like it.
4,973.
أمنا بالله سار.
أمنا بالله سار. Okay.
Nice.
That took longer. And Python it'll took less time to actually implement. Anyways.
Took less lines.
Took less lines, maybe? I don't know. Maybe we could have did the same with... maybe C++ would have used as much time. As much space. It doesn't look that long, but it's not that short either. Anyways. So just to recap solution leaderna, we didn't do anything fancy or anything like completely smart. We just did exactly what was told in the statement. كان بداو من البوزيشن اللي كيعطاونا ديال اكس واي فين ما كنقلبوا على داك الكاريت بوزيشن هنايا تلقاو اكس واي من كيبدا. And then we know بلي غنمشيو up then right then down then left and then we keep turning from left غنرجعوا up right down left up right down حيت داكشي كيبقى يدور clockwise. We need to count شحال من unique position دخلنا لها, but at the same time the only tricky bit here is that you need to keep the direction as part of the scene باش تعرف فوقاش حيت ما غتبغيش تبقى تلوبي ديما خصك break clause. The break clause اللي عندك هنايا هو when have you came to a given cell from all directions ولا رجعتي same cell from another direction. So غتبقى غادي لان ما كانش عندك direction you can go طلع الفوق دور على اليمين تهبط على اليسار ترجع وترجع لها، ولكن ما غترجع لهاش منين بديتي، لحقاش فاش بديتي فيها كنتي طالع للفوق. مي دابا فاش جاي انت راه غتجي وغتكمل نيشان. So if you just stop then you've actually missed positions ما دخلتيلهمش. So that's why you keep the direction حتى هي باش to add the dimension ديال منين جيت لهاد السيل. So فاش so which means like the maximum that you'll traverse every cell is 4 لحقاش انه D could go from 0 to 3. And that's about it. Once you keep that, you just keep the amount of actual positions that you've seen اللي هما the tuples del XY. هذه هي السولوشن. نسيت شي حاجة خليل؟
Nope.
Nope. All right, let's see part 2. Working around the God's patrol route. Step outside. Your time travel. Like to place a new obstruction. Stuck in a loop. Okay. So you have to put one more obstacle in a way that يبقى يدور على راسه.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Can you go down? So is it like, what is the number?
Yeah, you need to count the number. How many different positions could you choose for this obstruction?
So technically, I mean, there is an n-cube solution, yeah, which is, well, n to the power 4 if it's a square, n square, m square. Like, you can choose a position, put an obstacle.
Yeah, you can choose put an obstacle, and then you have to check.
Right. You can reduce it, yeah, to...
But wait, what's the exit condition to check for?
I mean, you don't check an exit condition. You just, if you, like, you do it stupidly, right? You put an obstacle, you run whatever solution we just had, right? And so if there is a loop...
What do you know? How do you know that it looped? You just seen again.
Yes, if you seen again, it's a loop. If you go out, it's a different condition that breaks. So you know which ones.
If you see it again, you looped.
Yes. If you see same XY direction, you looped 100%.
Safi, we just do that, I guess. We just try every possible cell.
You can prune it, right? You can do it just adjacent positions to positions he would have seen normally. Hit, obviously, whatever obstacle you put will need to be touched while initially following the usual flow he would have followed. See what I mean?
Yes. But that probably doesn't improve like the worst case, yeah?
Worst case, probably not, no. Because he can technically
you can force him to go
position.
on every cell.
Yeah.
So we'll just, what is the easiest to implement? Because the easiest to implement is just try everything.
Yeah, let's go for it. It might be yes. I mean, it's n to the 4, so hopefully it passes. Mais bon.
Hopefully it passes.
How big is the grid? How big is the grid?
Not too big. Like we run through this like butter very fast.
Can you print n for m?
Sure. Print n.
Like, okay, yeah, sure.
130.
So that's 10 to the power 4, 10 to the power 8.
Yeah,
that's fine.
Let's see. So for SX, S for in range n, for sy in range m.
Yeah. I think the only thing is you can't put it in here.
Yeah. So if sx sy equals xy,
you might need another variable.
yeah, I need another xy.
But it's
Fine,
immutable, huh? Attention. You cannot change lines ij.
I cannot change what?
So if you want to put the obstacle, you cannot change the initial grid.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. We'll figure something out. So starting x is xx yy yy, and then xx yy,
Yeah.
and then x and y equals
Equal.
xx yy.
Yes. Okay.
And then here we know if it got out, then we break.
Yeah. If cur in sin, you want to put a flag to true, we'll record it.
And
Answer
then
plus.
ans plus equals 1.
Yeah. And then if lines nx and y, equal hash, you can adjust that one.
I can what?
Or nx and y equal sx sy.
Yeah, that's what you should. Nx equals sx, or
Can you compare tuples? No, isn't it easier? I don't know.
Let's see. Or nx and y equals sx sy.
Yeah. Missing parenthesis. Yep.
Sounds about right.
Not yet. You need to restart the direction to be 0 after line 13.
Yeah, 0.
And you need scene and scene ends to be reset.
Be cleared, yeah, scene clear. I don't think you can do that, right?
Yeah, you can just redefine.
How about that?
Looks right to me.
Let's see the initial input. Shadow initial inputs. No?
So it's the same grid that we had earlier as an example.
Is it?
Yeah. They just drew lines to show the paths اللي هيبريك.
المشكلة إن هذيك مبقاتش عندي. Let's
Which one?
sample.text.
Yeah.
And then let's run this through sample.txt. 41. Oh, we're not printing. Yeah. خليني واحد شوية. I was like, what?
Yep, should be 6 that one.
6.
Oh.
Okay.
Try it on
inputs. That was a very bad idea. ولا شوف شي حاجة ما هياش. Shouldn't take that long.
It's Python, so give it time.
بزاف على الوقت كان.
Yeah.
Maybe there's an exit condition that we're not doing.
Oof. Can you print which iteration is it?
This seems to be taking way longer than it should. Whatever happened to stream and Khalid. Something broke and Khalid. I don't know what it is. هاد الالجوريثم اللي راني بريك خليل. Whatever we did break it خليل. If iter mod, let's say 100,000 equals 0, I print iter. Let's see. رد خليل. خليل كتسمعني؟
Python is dangerous, man.
لا لا هاك انا السطر شي حاجه سافا با.
So فين وحل؟
I'm not even sure like if ether modulo I don't know modulo 1000.
Okay, maybe print sx.sy باش تعرف like where we are.
ما برينتيهاش يعني ما برينتي والو. Oh, what do you know?
Okay, so
Are we looping?
no, it feels like it's going. It's just extremely slow. Like إلا شتي x's, right? It's gonna take about
Yeah.
100 ticks before it finishes here. Why modulus 1000? Just because you want to reduce the amount of prints that you do.
Yeah. All right. Good. Let's figure out what's making this slow. Can we break before somehow? Is there something that allows us to break before?
I mean, we can remove a couple of things, right? You can remove seen ands, which might be adding واحد additional log factor تما.
Seen as?
Yeah, you don't need to print
need
the
them.
len في الآخر as well.
Let's see. So seen, we just keep that. And then this breaks out of the loop. Because this does it. SX, SY. Let's see how fast are we processing these.
Yeah, Karim, littéralement, I think it was just a random number من المهدي. Nothing special.
Why not? Modulus 100 or 10? Yeah, I did 1,000. I did 100,000 في الأول, but it was too slow to show anything. So I did 1,000.
You did 10,000 في الأول, right?
درت 10,000 ما عقلتش. I was aiming for 100,000.
Yeah, because it might not actually be doing. It's not doing that number of steps, right? The total number of positions is like 10k times 4, which is 40k. So Karim, the idea there is just you want a couple of prints per BFS cycle, which is why we had that over there. It was going well, no?
Yeah, it was going fine. I'm not sure how long will this take to actually execute.
Little time.
No, it's gonna take ages. I feel like there's something to improve.
We can do the optimization. There are so many spots that don't need to be tried if they're not on the initial path. Like
if they're not on the initial path. I mean,
I might be completely wrong. Like sometimes you might put a block that puts it on a totally different path that works. So I might be wrong.
So we can't put the SX and the SY initial position, and there is no point in putting the SX and the SY already.
Yeah, hash
cells.
Yeah, so you can also
also like do those maybe.
Yeah, so we can add that one.
So blocked. Let's call them blocked.
Yeah, Karim, I call it BFS, but basically we're just simulating. It's kind of hit you're simulating here a certain walk, and the person only walks through a specific path predefined. So you're not really traversing a graph in that sense. Yeah, there is an implicit graph اللي we're using the direction, but it's more of a simulation than BFS, but you can think of it as BFS or DFS, in fact. So, شنو هما blocks?
Blocked on my guest cells, we can't get into them.
Oh, okay.
Which it's complaining because
Python.
Oh, that was the sample. خلعني. قلت هذه كلها optimization.
هذا صرني صراحه.
So I'm pretty sure this is us being slow, ماشي Python being slow.
I mean, 10 do you just have maybe an old laptop?
Oh, not insult my laptop. الله يرحم والدي.
Yes, so order ديال الترول, so that's correct. Like the different order. ولكن imagine هنايا عندك a straight line, right? Like imagine it's kind of a straight line. Both DFS and BFS would give you the same order. So because هاد walk is deterministic, the person who's walking is using a specific algorithm. It's like walking في واحد الجراف اللي داير بحال اون ليني. They would do the same thing.
Okay, 1482. It finished.
Okay.
1400.
How much do you think that took?
It took a lot. So الدراري unbanning Python. I blame it on Python. We're never doing Python again. صعب. هذه الأخر. All right. That was not a very hard problem. It was just like tedious to write.
I don't know. Do you think C++ would have been that much faster? Yeah.
Do you want to try?
Yeah.
Sure. Here we go. G.
Sad. Okay, Karim, we're gonna check right now.
I'm gonna check right now. Okay. ديرز شنو الحوايج اللي فيكس بعدين عندنا ديرز ياك.
Yeah.
She's like a it's a vector of stood pair of.
You don't need SCD anymore.
Oh, god damn it. Vector of pair.
Yeah.
There.
Yeah.
Oh.
ناري.
Nope. ما هادشي كبير. What is it? Like -1, 0.
Oh wow, you can do just open braces بلا equality. Wow, that's cool.
Open braces with equality? What do you mean?
After the name of the vector. I didn't know.
Oh yeah.
Because it's not complaining.
Or this is broken.
Yeah, well, it's even inferring that it's position 0, 1, and 2. So I'm like,
sounds good. Works. Okay. So we have this. Although array work. Array should be better in name. That's fine. What else? Right. So we read end of line. We do it by
end of line. What do you mean end of line? You can just read a string.
Yeah. Vector of string G string line and then pushback line, and then for int equals some n equals
Yeah, big O is, if you imagine the grid is n by m, it would be n square times m square. Worst case. So if you just imagine one variable n, n to the 4.
int xx
y break.
Yeah, it's not terribly important, but
yeah, it won't do much anyways.
Yeah. For int sx equals 0, sx smaller than n, sx plus. For int sy equals 0, sy sy plus.
Yeah.
If g of sx sy equals this, or g of sx sy equals, then there is no point, and here we do x equals sx, y equals yy, d equals int, d equals 0 scene, so set of pair.
No.
There is a tuple.
No, not a set. Not a set. An unordered set.
Blasey.
Wait, you have to implement the hash.
لا ما غنimplementer تحمق صاحبي.
Do they have it for tuple now?
شوف الخدام.
Oh really?
كيف هادشي
At a time tuples was not working. You had to do like
إلا ما خدمش غدير بير ديال بير.
ماشي tuple. The pair was not working.
No.
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yeah, there was a time where it wasn't there.
اش من هادشي هذا في 2001.
I don't know, but we had to like shift like if you had two integers get their longer then you shift one by 32 bits.
كير كتساوي شنو كيساوي؟ Oh, shut up. X, Y, D.
Yeah. Walid, is there better than complexity than this? I'm not sure, صراحة. Like the only thing we can get a better complexity is by knowing how to choose where to put our new obstacles better.
If seeded contains, then ends plus and break.
So I'm not really sure.
No matching. Okay, find. Please tell me that it works. Fine. Scene is that add current. Insert current. Int nx equals there's of d0.
Wait, which? خرجتي دي من current ياك. No, don't mind me. Okay.
سميناها دير. خصها تكون سميتها دير صفحة الأخرى. سير ما تخدمش.
But they have to be identical. You don't want to attribute complexity to naming.
First. Second.
Okay.
If nx صغر من 0 or nx كبر من تساوي n or ny صغر من 0 or ny كبر من تساوي m, continue. If j نتا nx ny كتساوي or nx كتساوي sx and ny كتساوي sy.
So
دي كتساوي لنا d plus 1 modulo 4
and continue.
x كتساوي nx y كتساوي لنا ny.
Actually, you want to break like an nx or ny برا الجريد, by the way. Line,
yeah.
And see out ants. It looks kind of smaller, no?
Let's see. 59 lines. 46. We didn't gain a lot. In that sample that تفرقات شي حاجه انسرت ما خدماتش.
هنا اس تي دي
تفقست لاتي ما خدماتش.
ما كاينش 22 ولا 20. قلت لك ما كايناش الهاش فانكشن, right?
God damn it.
Right. So we can use the shift. We can actually write our own hash function. It's okay. It should be very simple.
من function كي باغي الفانكشن تكون داير شنو السيغناتور ديال الفانكشن.
By the way, I don't know enough. We'd have to look it up. But I think std hash tuple.
How about this? Will this make it work? Let's pay the extra cost باش ما نimplementي حتى حاجه.
Okay.
Yeah, this works. Sample.txt. Oh, what? How is that 91?
So that's 41 plus 60. Python 1 by correctness, I mean. Okay. Can you go down?
Yeah, so let us read. Push back, easier that size, we initialize.
By the way, is the order home correct? So it's 1 minus 1 0 yeah, looks correct. Okay.
اقدر اكوبيسهم من الاخرى.
If it's upward arrow, hash, continue.
Sino x, because initialize a new set.
Yes.
Create a tuple. Then if you find. No.
No, it's different.
Different.
Wow.
Five.
Is it the +1 rule? Sir.
I mean, it could be. But why would it be +1? Wait.
No, it doesn't make sense. I'm just
insert, and then there's inside d inside first plus x, and y is there's inside d plus that second.
Plus y. There is a missing plus y and y.
Oh, yes, correct. Now that's more like it. Oh, it's slow.
It is slower.
La 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 la. It is very slow.
That's the cost of the set, you know? If we had implemented the hash function, also we do even the blocked ones. So we redo the blocked one.
No, I removed that check and I changed it with by a better check.
How do you do it, Deba? Can you show me?
What? Oh. I'll see. Oh, الآخر سهلة. No, it's much quicker, to be honest. I'll time them. Don't worry. شو قلت لي؟ Yeah, so the check instead of like looking at blocks, you do this.
Got it.
هذاك البلوك قبيله ما بغيتش نعاودو حيت كاين دوك lines. So how much time did it take?
Executed in 12.11, right?
12 seconds.
Lancez Python.
Yeah, that's what I'll do.
We have an extra log factor, right? Yes, set.
Yes, but I don't know. I feel like Python خسرنا, right? By now أنا خسر. من هنا أنا كنعلنها هنايا في هذا الستريم. شاهد قبل الحذف. باني بيتون من هذا الستريم. علاش كتب بها؟ أنا شخصيا زعما لو بغيتي أنت تكتب بيتون من حقك أخي خالد.
Give me a second. Apparently, there's a plane that some kind of emergency landing in Madrid.
What? Really?
Yeah, and they're restarting. Somebody on the plane apparently had some issue. Just give me a second. I'm with you.
Karim, do you need a minute?
Yeah, sorry, it should be fine.
If you need a minute, you can step out.
Yeah, I'll just take a minute. Be back.
Yep. Oh. Karim, Python is the best. Well, it's not. Clearly, it's not. It took 50 seconds to answer this question. Same complexity, you lose, I don't know, like 30 seconds. It's a difference. I mean, Python is nice for a lot of things, and I assumed it'll be nice for this problem, because I didn't want to write a lot of code, but solutions are like very comparable, right? So هذه فيها C++ is very verbose, فيها 59 lines, and the Python solution is like 40-ish, so it's not that bad. أنا دخلت شنو اللي دير هادشي. Well, it's adventive code. I'm pretty sure if you don't know what adventive code is, I guess like somebody could explain it in chat. شنو معنى adventive code? You use fast API. Okay. واحد الدري كان فوق ما كان كيطلع السيستم كان كيقول لي fast API ديال بايثون. I mean, in complexity, it's not the most efficient, but it's just the Pythonic language and the simplicity. Yeah, I agree. Python can be very simple and can be very beginner friendly. That's true. Python مش قبيح. I'm just saying, like, for anything competitive programming ولا بغيتي دير شي حاجه اللي كتشبه السي بي, Python can be like can be very hard to make optimal solutions with. What I'm trying to say is that I'm not very good at Python to make it very fast, while I can make it very fast by just writing regular C++. So it's a skill issue on my side. Chainsberg. الحاجة الوحيدة اللي زوينة في ذاك بايثون هو arbitrary length int. That is true. I like arbitrary length int. Tasks بحال هادو اللي كيكون فيه اللي would require a very big integer implementation. اللي كتب شويه ديال جافا في حياته كتب big integer operations add plus multiply ودارهم the same operations Python. You'll see a very big difference in the simplicity اللي Python كيعطيك اللي كيعطيها لك مثلا language بحال جافا. So yeah, this is a very good point. Okay, we got 2 stars. We will wait for like 2 minutes. If you have questions about this problem, I can still walk you through the solution وشنو حاولنا نديرو. En attendant نشوف واش غيجي خليل. Sinon نقدروا نكملوا to the next question حتى يجي خليل. The comment section starts to be too complex. Okay. Nothing new in the comments. Would pruning the search improve the complexity? Maybe, but how do you want to prune it? So احنا الايديا اللي كان جات اللي كنا غنقولوا باش نبرونيوه هو we do the first lookup ياك باش نعرفوا شنو هما البلايص اللي كان غيمشي لهم. And then we run through we use those positions وهما اللي نحاولوا نحطوا فيهم ما نحاولوش نحطوا في كاع positions. And we can try and do that. Like خليل مازال ما جاش. Let's try and do this. Let's try and prune the search, right? So اول حاجه غندير قبل ما نديروا حتى شي حاجه من هادشي هذا we'll try to like have a function اللي تقولنا اللي طرد لنا vector ديال positions where we can put stuff. Extract positions. It'll take the const vector of string of which is great. And then the starting position نحاولوا نكوبيو هذا الكود هذا اللي كان عندنا قبل. No, كنسالنا واحد الوايل لوب هنا. We want to do this. Yeah. So let's yank this and then let's put it up. شنو كنا كنديرو؟ كنا كنديرو we had 2 sets. We have sets of positions we had this and that. So I'm going to try to set. So دابا نحاولوا ندوروا على كاع هادوك اللي قدرنا نشوفوا. واش كنديروا هذا مورا كنديروا do scene dot insert x and y, and then nx and y, and then m و m هما g dot size, and then g0 dot size هي m, and then هنا ما كان عندنا والو قبل. so هادشي شنو كنا كنديرو قبيله الا كنا كنشوفوا شنو هما البوزيشنز اللي نقدروا نمشيو لهم. سو هادي غتبقى دور 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 تبع داك البروتوكول ديال المشي ديالو حتى يخرج منه. وانس غادي يخرج من all the positions اللي كان غادي يمشي لهم غيعطينا واحد السيت نتاع البوزيشنز اللي مشى لهم هما اللي غنريتيرنيو. سو I'm gonna return scene. هادشي اللي شفناه هادي هي الانسر ديال الاول. السايز نتاع هاد السيت هذا هو اللي كان الانسر ديال بارت 1. سو حنا غنديروا هذا بلاصه ما نمشيو نجربوا هادوك كاملين. right غنجربوا for sx sy, right, for auto in scene, and then let's do scene equals extract positions of j x y, right, and I guess it's x x y y. هادشي اللي كان عندنا في الاول. يس. سو كنبداو ب x x y y كنحاولوا نجيبوا كاع البوزيشنز ديال سين and then هادوك هما اللي غندوروا عليهم. ما غنحاولوش نحطوهم في كاملين. غنحطوا غير هادوك اللي بغينا حنا. So we're not gonna try all of them. غير هادوك اللي كان غادي يمشي عليهم in the first place. So إلا مشيتي إلا حاولتي تفكر فيها the shells اللي ما كناش غادي نمشيو لهم there is no point انك تحط فيهم a cell, right, and this is coming from here, this is coming from here, right. So let's see if this improves the search. If we do it to the sample, it's going to produce 6. If we do it to in, نشوف شحال غادي تخرج. كتخرج بس الانسر but let's see by how much. Nice. So pruning actually improves it quite a bit in there. So we moved from 12 seconds to 2.4, and we still get the correct answer, but we get it in 2.4 seconds. So yeah, so sometimes pruning helps. I guess like the way the test is set up, the test input is set up, it's kind of like if you prune it, it'll be faster. But I can make a test case where it's like the worst case scenario where it doesn't matter if you prune it, I'll still force you to go throughout the whole grid. But it's a good optimization. Okay, let me see chat. Why CPP, not Java? I mean, Java is just too verbose. Nothing against Java, but Java is a bit verbose. So Java, you'll need an IDE, and then you'll need to do a lot of ceremony to do whatever you want it to do. And frankly, ما كتبتش Java هذه 4 سنين ولا ما عرفتش شحال. So I'll struggle to remember any of it. But فاش كيكون عزيز راه كيدير جافا. فاش كنديروا ستريمز كيكون عزيز كيكتب جافا. Yari's got that's my idea. So I guess like yeah, it's the same idea اللي قلنا في الأول, and it works in this. I mean, next problem, why not Rust? Maybe, why not? I don't see why not صراحة. نشوفوا خليل if he's comfortable in doing it. We'll have to check the standard library documentation a couple of times. I don't remember a lot of it. But I'm pretty sure we can make it work. Would it be faster anyway, Java instead of C++? No, it'll be slightly slower. It wouldn't be as slow as Python, but it'll be slower than C++. rarely for Java can faster than a C++ solution. I'd be very surprised if it is. Stream content suggestion: read the codebase of some famous open source project. This is not a bad idea. It's a very good idea. I mean, wouldn't this be boring? The assumption there, like, would you be interested in like looking at somebody reading code for like, I don't know, 2 hours, just reading some section of the code and trying to make sense of it? Maybe. All right, Khalid.
Yes. Did I miss anything, Mzian?
Pruning is faster.
Oh, really?
A
What?
lot.
2.4.
2.4.
So what did we do?
I just pruned it to what is it? So instead of like doing all the positions, I extract the positions اللي كان خصو يمشي فيهم في الأول, and then I only try those.
Oh, yeah.
So
You only try the positions in the path.
الانسر ديال السولوشن ديال البروبلم الاول هذاك هو البرون فاليو.
Yeah, that makes sense.
هادوك اللي شفنا.
That makes sense. حيت obviously في الاول فاش كيديماري من ديك النقطه he's going through that unique path, right?
Yeah.
And at any point if you want to create a distortion you would have to put it within ديك الpath.
Yeah, حيت الا ما حطيتيش تما it's not going to change anything. يبقى يدور في الباث اللي كان كيدور فيه النهار الاول, right?
Never gonna make it.
So I wasn't unsure about correctness. It looked correct. Yeah. The problem is like I didn't expect it to produce such speed ups for that case.
You know what? It actually makes sense. Let me tell you why. Hits. Obviously, there is a worst case where like the path that he takes is all of the nodes, or in the same order as all of the nodes in the grid. Now, from the first problem, we know he visited about 4,000.
Yeah.
Right? Instead of 10K.
Yes.
Like 130, 130. That's more than 10K, but it's like
a
third. So you reduce the space by a third.
Yeah, this makes sense. ولكن حنا علاش arguيتها في الأول؟ حيت قلت you can make this test case where it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
فهمتي؟ This actually اللي كنت كنفكر فيه, كنقول you can make a test case where this doesn't matter. غيدور عليهم كاملين regardless. So I can make him start at the bottom left and then نحط no obstacles. ونخليك تدور.
This is typical CP mentality. We assume the worst case exists in the test case.
انت كتشوف الانبوت. So people were like giving us like stream suggestions, by the way, ideas. Let me tell you like a couple of the ما عرفتش واش قريتي comments.
No, I didn't.
By the way, Amin قال لك واش دير next problem براست.
لا شكرا امين على التدخل, ولكن
انا قلت لهم غنرغب لكم خليل ما بغى.
لا I can try ولكن the first time البورو تشيكر غاي كومبليني
غنشدو غنرجع سي بلاس بلاس.
You know, actually there is a much bigger problem man, this Rust compiler, and I heard that it's quite, doesn't it take time to download?
No, you do just do Rust up.
Okay, let's actually do the setup مجموعين ديال Rust.
Well, Hadi, there was like streams content suggested read the code base of some famous open source project. Another one, building a compiler or a mini OS should be much better. We talked about this, right?
Yeah, we did.
So assuming we'll do this, assuming I know Khalil at least can sustain a rhythm doing this. If we can sustain it, we'll do something that we can do long term. So it's all about finding time, basically. Can we not loop through this list nearly? Which list? I mean, I'm not sure which list are you talking about, because we are looping in nearly now. Question outside Shina's يقولوا writing style ديال OOP و clean code and stuff like Java Spring and things like it. It is not It is a net positive for coding in large code bases. Net positive in large code bases. I mean, to some extent, you should. topic شوية كبير هذا.
The stream idea. This is more of a stream idea.
This is more of a stream. حضرنا نهضروا ساعة لا السؤال ديالك. Because I've seen it go wrong both ways.
Yeah. No. I think I can boil it down to short answer is it still highly depends on the people writing the code.
Yeah.
And the effort put into making it something that you can read again. So you don't have to follow necessarily those principles to write code in a style that's readable. Obviously, consistency in a large company is probably very important. You want to have expectations reading the code base. But what's more is probably code that's if worst comes to worst, you have to read it. You have to read parts of the code to make sense of it. And just the fact that you can read a portion and understand it is probably the highest benefit.
Is that as a mental cost of abstractions versus ease of writing code? I don't think this is a zero-sum game. You can't. This is not something you get either one or the other. You can get both. كما قال Khalil, it depends a lot on the people who are actually writing code and what are they thinking about. Are they making abstractions for the sake of abstractions, or are they making abstractions to make it easier to evolve the code later on? So now where it kind of like boils down to what is kind of like different. I don't know. It's a topic for discussion. Don't take our words for gospel. Okay, next problem.
Okay. Yeah, let me present.
Do you want to present it?
Do
you want to present the code or do you want to present the problem?
The problem.
Okay.
My next problem, right? Problem number 7.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, your screen is showing up and you should zoom quite a bit.
There you go.
Okay, go for it.
Nah.
Allah. Can you describe the problem for chat?
Yeah. Okay. See, you have a list of each line will be, let's say, an operation. Yeah. On the left side, before the 2 columns, you have a number. That's the target, let's say, right? And on the right side, you have the operands of a large operation. You have 2 operands in this case, the plus and the multiply. And for the case بحال ديال 10, 19, you only have one spot where you can insert an operation between the first 2 numbers. هنايا you have 2 spots. Now you have one spot, and now you have 3 spots. And basically you play with pluses and multiply. And the idea is to see if you can, if I do multiply, it will give me 190. So you want to plug the pluses and multiplies within this list so that they give you the target on the left side. And what you do is you sum all of those targets, and that's the answer. So in this case, you do 10 times 19. Now you do apparently 81 times 40 plus 27. And then the last one you do 11 plus 6 times 16 plus 20. And then you do the sum of the targets actually can be made using replacements.
Yep.
Very juicy problem, yes. Okay. Well, the easiest is, let's say you have a list of n. You have 2 to the power n minus 1 possibilities because you put the plus or multiply in each place. And then you have to evaluate the sequence. The annoying part is probably the evaluation because multiply takes precedence, but because we don't have parentheses,
no, but you don't take them. I don't think they take precedence in the case. So قال لك وقيلا كاين قريت واحد اللاين operators are always evaluated left to right not
Oh,
according to
really?
precedence rules.
Oof.
So it doesn't
Man,
matter.
that makes it super easy because I was
Yeah,
like,
it makes it very easy. تعرف الاول فكرت في precedence قريت ذاك اللاين اللي
wow.
was fine. So you
Okay.
just evaluate basically. Like
So
you
actually,
can do you can implement you can do the recursive approach نتاع operand operator rest وتبقى تشينجي plus or multiply until
yep.
you reach the target. Or you
Yep.
can do the nicer implementation like n minus one bit mask and then you replace everything and then evaluate.
I was gonna do the bit mask anyway, just special out of what operator is there,
Yeah.
just to like as an iteration over all possibilities, and then evaluate from left to right.
Yeah,
But
it's up to
would
you.
I write this in Rust? Let's see. So
سير يا دير انستال راست خص
okay,
يكون عندك شي راست اب دير
let's see.
انستال yeah that's one command yeah
No, hopefully I can do this on company laptop. Yeah.
yeah you can it's fine
uh,
if you're not if you share if you're supposed you're not sharing a terminal you're just sharing your كروم راك عارف هادشي
what?
كنشوفها كروم
Oh, really?
oh
Nice.
yeah
I'm not sharing a terminal.
no
Really cool. I didn't know.
داكشي علاش سولت قلت لك واش do you know بلا راك ما شريتيش سكرين راك شريتي
Okay.
غا
So I should probably share screen, right?
yeah share screen
Yeah, let's do that. So stop sharing and then share. Yeah, I was only sharing a window. There you go.
while هادشي ديالك كيتانستالا I'll let you نخليك في الشات I'll go grab coffee ونرجع عاود
Yeah, go for it.
Yep.
Show the screen. Can you put it up? Awesome. Okay. Alright guys, إذا كنتوا عارفين في هاد installation what we should do, my assumption is proceed with standard. Yeah, probably need coffee for this. Okay guys, إذا كانوا Rust experts already in the chat, show up. It's yeah, okay. امين فين ما غنوحل غنعيط لك. Okay, let's see. Okay, what do I need to do? Rust is installed now. Great to get started. You need to restart your current shell. Can't I just source? Following home cargo. Okay, so. Yeah, you should be able to do source. Hey. Oof. All right. Remember rest stop process civic rapid release process. If you install the rest stop updates, so we should have access to. If after running Rusty, okay. بغينا Rust a supported language next year MCPC. I mean, do you? صراحة, I don't know. I just feel like writing Rust takes a bit more overhead. Maybe just for me, yeah. Because I think I've wrote like very tiny Rust many years ago, couple of lines. It usually takes more than C++. باش الناس اللي كوديو به يبقاو واحدين مع البارود شكرا وحنا صحاب سي في بي. I think anyway صحاب سي في بي غيسبقوا regardless. Okay, let's see. So I have Rust دابا. What do I do? دابا كيفاش كنكتبوا hello world? Programming that you feel. What's my favorite programming language that I feel? Okay, so كاينة function main and then we do println bank. Actually, it depends, Karim. For CP, I was always a C++ guy. Only did C++. But I, for example, don't use it at work, just as an example, right? So I wouldn't say I have production C++ knowledge. You know what? I actually think I have JavaScript production knowledge, which is worse. Let's see. Here we go. Do we need a semicolon? Okay. And so how do we compile this? Is it can she cargo run? I don't know. I can't cargo run this.
And I'm back.
Okay. How do we compile this? Yeah, it sounds
good.
Yeah, except my first program.
I mean, you can do Rust C, but you don't really want to do Rust C, don't you? Try do Rust C. بحال غتكومبايلي C++ برست C.
No, I can do cargo run. لا.
But you need to do cargo run. خص يكون عندك cargo project.
Okay, can I make هذا الفايل cargo project?
I mean,
With
you
C
can
files in it.
You need to do cargo new binary to have cargo support. باش هو يكري لك directory structure and the cargo.toml and then whatever.
Okay, let's do that.
Yeah, do that. ارجع للديريكتوري دير cargo new.
Let's make and then نسميه rs. So cargo new نسميه rs inside.
This will by default create a binary, not a library.
Yes, okay.
Which is probably what you want.
Let's
and
see
you
how
can
it looks
open
like.
it. Yeah, you can open it in this, and then if you want to run it, you can just do cargo run.
Okay. I just have to be inside and do cargo run, right?
Yes, correct.
Okay.
Cargo run. Hooray, we have system that.
Yeah, okay. All right. Do you know how to read input?
That could prove very problematic. Reading input is not the nicest thing in the world, but you try. No, I mean, you probably want like something from, there's an stood in that something. And then I use stood in that lock.
You guys can't read lines.
What?
You cannot just read it. So, okay, file IO, read lines.
You probably, I mean, this is like this is reading from a file, yeah?
That's good enough for me. No?
Okay, so go for it then.
I'll make a file. Worst case.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, wait. So I can just copy all of this and I have a function read. Okay.
Yeah.
Rust is not very hard.
Yeah, copy paste.
Okay, so read lines and I give it a file.
Just came back. Why not go? I guess we'll do go in the next problem. La discrimination.
Okay, so I have a vector of string. This is great. Okay, so
and what did you get there? Result, read to string, file name, line to that lines.
So
and then line that to string. Fine.
Look, I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah, so I have to do this and then assign it to lines.
Let lines. Yes.
Okay.
And then do print yes lines.
Sounds good. Terminal cannot take it anymore. Okay.
Cargo run cdrs.
Currently, if you write rs,
cargo run
CR.
CR.
Beautiful.
You need the formatting string for this.
Oh, you do? Wow.
Yeah,
okay.
You do. Why not put the string directly in the code? Because the string will be huge. Yes, these are lines. You can't just print a vector of string. You have to
So
basically convert it to something and then join it.
does this work?
I mean, yeah, it works.
And then I print a SATA.
Print it line, yeah.
Yeah. Uh, do you need parentheses here?
No.
Okay,
That
yeah,
should
they
be
just do
fine.
4.
Can you install like the language support into Rust for
Yeah,
VS
sure.
Code? Just write Rust, maybe Rust Analyzer would show up.
Mm-hmm.
Extension, yeah, انصر هذوك الجوج الاولى ولا غير هذيك. Maybe
Yeah,
that's
this one looks like 4 million ZD
Yeah.
500K.
yeah, that should
Anything?
be
That's it?
yeah, maybe this should be enough. If it's active, it should be fine. Send the
All
main.
right. Okay.
It's still scanning. Yeah, you can see Rust Analyzer كي لتحت.
Oh yeah, actually I see it. Yeah. Okay. Vec doesn't implement
Yeah.
FMT display.
You're printing lines instead of printing line.
Yeah.
Yeah, so at least you'll get like some quicker feedback.
Very nice.
Okay, run it.
Oh. Neri. So why is my Vim extension? Okay. Oh yeah.
Bam.
There is no file. That makes sense. This is why Rust is great.
شي
guys.
راسطوار كيقول لك
You know?
there is no file. من شي programming language العالم كيقول لك there is no file.
Okay, so I need in.in. ولكن where does the path start? Does it start in the rs file? Is that true?
Yeah, دير في create root في RS.
So it should be like هنا.
Yeah, at that level, I guess. I mean, I could be wrong, but
Let's do
seems
the
this.
let's do the standard input we have there. Guys, if you have questions about Rust, this is the moment. Because we can all look them up. Oh,
Yes.
wow. Okay.
Yeah, so we can submit it.
Okay. Okay. This is already great. I think Rust has been unlocked. Wait. Okay, it's working.
Yeah.
Oh, I have run in it.
Yeah, you can.
Ooh.
But that will be, I don't know, كيخدم
What is
داك
this?
VS Code
Failed.
tasks باش تخربيق.
Path to shell executable. Oh, yeah, whatever. So, okay. Let's see. I want to split a string on 2 dots. Actually, I can do most of this with Arabia, right? So, because all I want to do, I can replace the 2 dots just with a space or remove them, and I'm on a split on spaces.
Okay.
And convert to int everything, right?
Convert to end everything. Yes.
Right? Once I
Yes.
split those strings by space, then I will take the first element and say, this is my result. And for the other guys, I'll create a value that's a power of 2. Let's do that. So how can I split on space? That's probably when I look at. So
you should go to the, I mean, خلي عندك ذاك الريفلكس ديال go to the standard library documentation and then try and find on the string type something they called split.
All right.
Just go to the
guys,
box.
This is the proper way of learning.
I guess so. I mean, it's a better way of doing it. Like if you do a split.
Do they have an? Okay. So
yeah, there is a standard string, but there is a module and there is a struct. So this you're looking at the module level documentation.
So the struct is the string. That's the type.
That is the
that's
type.
My type.
I mean, that's one of the the 10 string types.
So what are the other string types, for example?
There are a lot. There are OS stir, and then there is like
but
C stir, and then
So this is my string. It has a len method, so I can look at the methods here.
Yeah, you look at the methods to make it like.
I'm looking for something like split off, maybe. What does it do? Split of 7. Okay, so at least I have one where splits at a specific place, right?
Yeah, but can you look at split? تقدر تقلب على split فاطلع لفوق كاع. There's a search bar فوق.
Yeah. I was just trying to find it.
Yeah.
So
And
does
then
this
there's
only
just,
work for this module?
I don't think so. I guess like
Or
it
this
works globally. Just do split, so you should like,
split?
yeah.
So
So you have a stir
okay.
split, you have a slice split. So
Mm,
this is a struct split where P is a pattern, whatever it is, and then you can call it on anything basically.
This is a nightly only
And that's
experiment.
remainder. The function the remainder is a nightly only feature.
Oh, okay. So yeah, this one works. Okay. And then I just give it the string dot split on space, and then it returns split. This doesn't matter. Split dot next. Split dot remainder.
So split
Okay.
is a struct that is
For
returned
each.
by
Got it.
calling split.
Yeah.
And it's a struct that implements an iterator,
Okay.
which means you can convert it back into a vector list or whatever.
Ooh, so they have 2vec, right? Some kind of
So
2vec.
yeah, I mean, like, so you can see in the trait implementation, مشي تشيل trait implementation ديال هاد struct غتلقاهم لتحت. غتلقى
So how do
clone.
you do
Like
that?
you can see, I mean, you can see clone.
Oh, you mean
You can see
what?
debug.
Okay.
How about you should find some iterator implementation, and yeah, you can see it. Right, double-ended iterator.
Oh, you see it? Oh, this one.
Right, I mean, there is an iterator, and then there is a double-ended iterator. It has like a couple of iterator implementations.
Yeah.
So the fact that it has that, it means like you can convert it back into. So هما تيimplementو iterator وكيخليو, because it's more generic to treat like a split sequence of tokens as an iterable element, and then you can convert it back into like a proper string if you want.
So I see an AI. I see a couple of methods that the iterator has. So I'm trying to see for something that would return some kind of vec.
You can do collect.
Yeah, I was trying to find it.
ده كنترول اف وقلب على collect. Yeah, so you can do collect into something, and then the collect, there is a b. Collect is generic over b, which is the return value, which is anything. B should be something that implements anything that implements from iterator. Yeah.
Okay, my understanding is that a vector should implement this.
A vector should implement from iterator. Thus, you can implement to thus you can collect to a vector.
Yeah, but you can technically. My understanding is if I go to from iterator, I should find one of the types that implements it, right?
Should.
So
If it includes the things that implement it, to me, you should find vec.
It seems Hanaya structs seem to be the ones that implement it, right? Maybe I'm wrong, right? Require methods. Oh, implementations, right? Implementers.
Yeah.
Okay. So Hanaya, I should be able to find string, box. I can look for vec, probably.
You'll find a lot of them.
Yeah,
I mean,
but
you can see it in the examples that has it from iter, which means like it implements it.
So let's do this. This makes some bit of sense. So we should be able to split my string if split is implemented for the string struct. So I should see if. Okay, I assume it exists there. So let's split on space.
Yes.
Oh, but wait.
سبليتي على فاصل.
I need to split on deux points and then split on space whatever is on the next token, right? So let's do this. Okay. So line,
right?
Yeah.
Line.
I'll change it. Okay.
Line that's split.
And then let mutable. They did mutable. I don't know. Can I call it split? Yeah.
When you can.
Nice. Okay. And then, oh, sorry.
And then you can chain the call, the split. Why don't you do like do dot? Yeah, do dot You want to take the first element?
right? I want to have res. So something like this. So it's apparently take. What does it do? So take. You said. Let me take a look quickly.
كده تعطيها the amount of elements to take from the iterator.
Ooh, really? Okay.
Okay.
Next, I think I have a next. But maybe next just moves to the next element. Yeah.
Next, like keeps. Well, I'll give you an option of the included item of a T. In this case, a sister. So إذا كان شي حاجة غتعطيك the next one but ID غتبقى title next تلقى none.
Oh, that's actually nice. So I can call next.
You can in this case, yeah, you can do this.
Right. The iterator always starts at -1. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. So I can do an So what is this? And then can I unwrap?
Yeah, you can unwrap it in this case since you know that it's there.
Okay. And then I don't get a string. I get an ampersand.
You get a stir, yeah.
Okay, so this is my results, and I want to convert this to an integer, and then I have a list of strings that I want to split. So let's what we call add. The naming is going to be horrible. Well, again, let's just do next dot unwrap dot split on space dot. I'm going to split to.
I mean, you can map it to numbers and then collect to a vector of numbers.
Map.
Yeah.
And then is it like this, right?
Yeah.
You do some magic with the X, and then that's it, right?
Yes.
Okay. So we just need to figure out what is the magic of the X.
Go back to the documentation and do something like parse. You should find it on. No, you just do parse. It's not that smart.
It reminds me of another search engine.
Oh, wait. Is it this time? Oh, yeah.
SCD parse.
Can you look at the...
Yeah, got it.
Yeah, okay.
I can just parse, unwrap, but it needs to know the data type. And I can give it Palaco. Okay.
Yes, you can use the turbo fish.
So I do an arrow in there, right? Or is it...
No arrow.
Just whatever I want to return. So
إذا كانت one line, you don't have to do anything. Yeah, just do parse. And then
U32.
U32, yeah, that's it.
And the bang.
And then you probably... No, not bang. There's no bang there.
It has to be unwrap.
You have to unwrap. Or expect.
I did something wrong in there. So oh yeah, okay, the parentheses are not here.
Oh. Okay. And maybe chainy call collect.
Why would I need collect?
You need them as a vector of elements.
Oh, okay. So the map didn't go through them. The map would...
Yeah, the map would go through them and then convert each element into something, and then it'll collect all the elements into a vector if you want.
But before the collect...
هاد الماب غتريتورني لك map type, which is another struct, which is another iterator.
Yeah, got it. Yeah. I want to do the same thing, and also I know this is probably going to have the input, so I want to parse this. So I can do parse U32 dot unwrap, and then type annotation needed. Can I say vec?
You can say vec في حدا nums إلا بغيتي, ولا you can do it via the turbo fish operator حدا collect اللي بغيتي.
Give me just 1 second. I want to disable NeoVim.
What search engine? I mean, it's just the docs for the standard library ديال Rust.
Okay, so I can two dots in there, right?
You can just do vec the point vec U32. In fact, دي كبيرة.
Yeah.
Yes, U32. That should get rid of the error.
Yes, it looks fine.
Do you have a formatter? You don't have format on save, yeah.
I don't think so. I literally installed this one last week. So
maybe it's on some setting, I don't know.
yeah.
There's some kind of setting for VS Code.
Save without formatting, format documents, auto format maybe.
Yeah, format on save, just toggle that.
Can you see the
what? وش كانت toggle ايش؟
I don't know.
Maybe هذيك راح toggled. No.
Yeah, it is actually. It is toggled. Wow. Okay. Let's remove this.
So now you have the numbers and the numbers. Now what?
Now apparently NeoVim is still here. So I'll restart the extension. Okay. Can I work normally? Yes. Life is good. Now what? So we have numbers, yeah. Yeah. I just is it not? Okay. And then for I let's learn a for loop. I in range.
I in something. ولا 0.n.
Keyword for I in, and then you put, and then okay.
Yeah.
All right. So for I in
and -1. Yeah.
I think I can do this. Yeah, it is n -1. Yeah. So
I hope that binds better. I don't know. Maybe it is. Maybe it should. It's fine.
So if this works,
I'd be very surprised if this works.
Yeah.
It looks like a number. It doesn't look like a boolean. So
that's actually, yeah. So I want to try. So current will be always the first element. It will be nums 0.
Nums of 0. Yeah.
Right, and then I take nums of the bit position +1. So current plus equal
else care multiplied by nums of the bits +1.
Okay. Oh, really?
Do it inside a block, yeah.
Okay.
مازال عندك واحد البلوك في الاخر شتي.
Yes, got it.
Okay,
and
how
now
mismatch type.
On view size.
So
That's fine.
No. Just compare it with 0 ولا شي حاجة. And cur should be mutable.
Yes. And then, yeah. No, it's assigned.
It's assigned and not used, so.
If cur double equals target res. I'll call it targets. I feel like I'm losing readability as I'm writing the code. Okay, if cur answer plus.
بلا والو. شتي. Let's mute targets, kids. I would suggest make that into like a bigger, like a U64. Okay, that better.
Really? Okay.
I mean, like if the input is big, this will be very big.
So can I do you? I can do this, yeah.
You can do U64, yes.
And then let's keep those U32.
I mean, you probably want to even the run. I don't know. You
I can do everything
multiply just 6 times for 3-digit numbers. Right? It'll be more.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
U64.
ما فكرتش فيها قبيله.
Can type def.
Kane, you can alias things.
Okay. So U64, U64, and then it's
And
going to
should be
contain here
multiplied
no
as
madams. Yeah. And then now, yeah, remove. So the formatter cannot do this.
No, because that's a valid syntax, but
I see. And then I want to print this. So I can just do an else.
Yeah. You still need the formatting thing.
Oh, I know kind of printf normally, right? I can use printf.
I'm not sure about printf, but println is a macro that works like you can pass different formatting directive, which will eventually look like printf.
So if at any point this is true, I want to break here. So I can do break.
What? Wait, why?
Oh, I'm trying all possibilities of putting
Oh, okay. But
it would have added.
You're doing this per line. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You're doing this per line.
Every line you have to do it for
So
that number of exactly that number of spaces.
Okay, go for it.
Go around.
Something will break.
Nice.
So you should strip داك split داك اللي you should strip داك spaces حيت الا شتي غتفرق بدو بوين غيبقى لك شي سبيس واقيلا على اليمين شي سبيس.
Oh, really? That creates a problem. Nice. Okay.
I mean, it'll create a problem, I'm assuming. CV 1960 is Python good for MNPC? It could be for some problems, but I won't advise you to use it as your primary language. For some hard problems, we don't guarantee Python solutions. So, can I strip prefix? I mean, go back to the docs and see شنو هما الميثودز اللي كاينين واش كاين شي trim strip.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
شي لعيب بحال هكا.
Returns when I did I didn't want. هنا option, does it take a bank to just mean unwrap or not?
No.
Or question mark?
No.
It has to be
question mark usually like it's used to propagate results. And you don't return a result, so you just have to unwrap.
3559. So is that the correct answer?
شحال؟
Nope. 3749.
شحال ما عطاوك؟ شحال انت خرجتي؟
559. شحال I'm missing? Am I missing 190?
Yeah, looks like it.
Yeah. 3559. Yeah, I'm missing 190. Okay.
Can you print the numbers? Which ones are you missing?
I can print the numbers, yeah.
Yeah, print the numbers. شو واش كتريتي كاع داك 190 ولا ما كتريتيش كاع؟
range, does it go to equality or pas? Like the 2 dots.
2 dots لا.
Okay, so this is my miss. Yes. Yes, no. It's not my mistake. Okay. So anyway, I'll print them here in 0 and okay.
What? 1019? Yeah.
That's correct.
So what's the value that you got? Can you print the values that you got? So if target is كيساوي 190, just write if target كيساوي 190, print currents.
Oh yeah, you want to do it just on it. If
يا باش نعرفوا علاش ديك 190 ما كت.
print and currents.
We
I'll
need the
print two.
formatting.
Yeah, I'll add.
شنو هي اي؟
I is just
اوكي
the bit variation that we're using. I can run it still.
اوكي.
Okay.
Why did it complain?
So it did plus twice. And
Uh-huh.
with 0 1. So with 0 1, I think it'll check عندي غلط.
If bit and 1 to the I equals 0.
It might be checking was 1 to the I is equal to 0, maybe. That's my assumption. Let's see. No, it's not.
No, wait. What are you doing there? So bit شنو كتعمل bit 0 bit 1 بجوج بهم مع بعض.
Oh.
Oh yeah. Okay. Now it's more like it.
Yeah. I love how it worked for the other two. Well,
Maybe they only needed pluses. Who knows?
and we are
خالي مشيتي بعيد.
صعب.
مشيتي السير واش كامله براسك سيدي تسير.
At no point did the borrow checker complain.
ويلي.
But I think we lost people.
I'm actually pretty surprised people are actually still watching. There's not a lot of comments. I'm assuming a lot of people are just confused.
We're trying to understand what's happening. Okay. As in the real tests.
Yeah.
Actually, he will give me the real test.
Oh yeah, that's true. اصبحنا جاهز ما نديرش شي حاجه مفيده تيليشارج الانبوت.
Yeah, I mean, but you're right. We could have been done colon plus space instead of using strip prefix. Yes. Is Python good for MNPC? I wouldn't recommend it just because most competitive programmers will not choose Python.
واش كنتي هنايا فاش كنت كنجاوب على الكويشن.
But it's new, no?
لا.
فوقاش درت هادشي. Isn't it new?
لا جاوبت عليه قبيله. Anyways, I sent you the things.
This is the issue with Rastasat. Once the process is taken, you cannot give it back. The borrowed check Rastat was holding the value. Awesome. Okay, but in input كبير, I think we should rewrite in C++.
It's fine. You should be fine. If Python can do it, Rust can do it. I need answer.
This doesn't look. It doesn't look.
It's very big. أعطيني اللي.
One second.
En attendant submit, جاوب على هذا السؤال.
Okay, go for it. Is this a correct way? I studied the basics of algorithm and data structures and restudied them preferably for each type. I study all its branches. I study only lessons and apply very little. Is this a correct way? I've never tried this way. So I don't know if it's the correct way. I think practice is much more important than theory. So what I mean is you can read all you want about simple algorithms like BFS, but it's only by trying that algorithm and writing it multiple times that you naturalize it. So the idea becomes yours a little bit, right? The more you write it, of course, you have to read it, you have to think about the theory, you have to get it in your head, you have to do pen and paper examples. That's fine until the moment you want to use it. And once you start using it and it becomes default, you internalize it and you stop thinking about it at like a level of I need to figure it out again. It becomes a default thought process. I would say practice is the biggest ingredient there. What I used to do is take one algorithm and then do 10, 20 problems with it before I move on to another one. And the platform, actually, there's one I like now more than let me show you guys. I don't know if you maybe you agree with me, but this platform is now, I think, probably my
This
favorite.
was like the Russian.
Yeah,
There was only in Russian back in the day.
it had a different name.
Emacs or something like
Yes,
this. I don't know.
Emacs, like a E
Emacs or
dash
something like
Max.
this. Yeah,
Yes.
and then some people managed to translate a lot of it. Can a lot of like gems in Russian and Chinese.
Yeah.
And some people make it so that they translate them into English. هذا واحد من دوك sites اللي have like كيبداو من like very basic topics to some very advanced ones.
Yeah. And you will have a lot of implementation details, good implementations, problems, and actually very well curated problems. Not necessarily easy, but really good problems to understand the concept that they talk about. So I would recommend.
I'll share the link for this.
Awesome. So did it work better? The number is correct.
Yes, it is correct.
Really?
Yes.
Oof.
هنيئا لك.
Oh. You have to share your screen now to go for part 2. No?
Yes, I will. Can you see my screen now?
I can. Let's see what's wrong now. Wait. Huh?
Concatenation operator. Slash right, it was to become. So the implementation there, I don't think it works anymore.
Oh no, it has to be strings. No, wait, no.
No, it's not about that. It's just like the way your approach works is like you consider like two states, 0 and 1, to be multiply or plus. Yeah. But now they added yet another one.
It's okay. It's just we have to go 1 power higher.
1 power higher? What do you mean?
We go to 3 to the power n instead of 2 to the power n.
I mean, that's the هذيك هي complexity, ولكن how do you implement it?
Oh, you just write a
البيت ماسك فيه جوج الفاليوز، جوج الفاريانس. واحد كيريبريزونتي بلس والاخر كيريبريزونتي.
Oh, what I would do. Okay. If I want to use the exact code base, I would go to 2 to the power n plus 1 to be my 3 to the power n, because it should be enough. Then I would write my custom divider by 3 that takes in the remainder and tells me which one it is, and then pick on that.
Okay.
But we shouldn't do it this. I think we can do it recursively. I think it will be a good thing for us to get into issues with the borrow checker, probably, if we have to do recursive stuff. Or maybe not. Let's
I guess recursive is not a bad idea. I guess recursive could end up being simpler. والله أعلم. يجي من حساب description تجبل لي simpler تكون أحسن.
So we have the numbers, right? Which is a vector.
Wait. Nobody sees your screen.
Oh wow. Yeah.
Now your screen is on.
Okay. So you have to do box.
What? Whoa. Why box?
Okay, I want to take a reference to my array.
Just take a reference. What do you need the box?
I like this.
Yeah.
Okay. And I will not change it. Yeah, I will not change it. I want to know the currency index. So size. Current sum so far. So just call it total. U64 and let me update.
Yeah, just make it U64. Yeah. U64.
And I think that's it. And targets.
Total whole current, yeah. And then target is
the target number.
It's something constant. Target doesn't change.
So if I
is equal to nums length,
right,
return total كيساوي targets.
If that's the case, I'll return targets. Otherwise, I
return 0.
No. So what do they mean now?
You didn't specify a return type. You still have to specify a return type. Line 14, just add like a
is
just
that everything? I thought the ternary operation was not.
Oh, also ternary operator. I'm not even sure. Is that even a thing? No, you should have to do like if else.
So if total equal target,
Uh,
and I know one thing, I can just write Hanaya target.
yes, you can.
Yeah, and then
But
else
this is
zero.
not what you want.
Because it
حقاش
doesn't
ماشي هذا هو
return.
حقاش هذا ماشي اخر ستيتمنت. That makes sense فاش كيكون هذاك هو اخر انت مازال تكتب تحت منه.
Oh, so you would still have to do return.
You still need to return.
So you're telling me it doesn't actually return?
الا خليتيها يقدر يتشكى يقول لك رجع رضاك خليها كما كانت ما actually curious واش غيتشكى ولا ما يتشكاش.
Yeah,
صافي
let's
كمل
do the
الحسابه ديالك.
problem.
let's see واش غيتشكى.
Okay, so what we want to do is we want to solve the problem in 3 different ways. So
Yep.
nums I plus 1. The total will be updated. The target will be the same. And I want to... for each
Return
operand.
solve or.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's either this plus
Plus nums of I. Yeah.
Yeah. Of I plus what's it?
No, wait.
Yeah.
Actually, the operation is kind of.
Yeah, you would have to. I probably the best thing is to multiply this one by 10 to the power number of digits of this one. We'll let you make them strings, concatenate them, and convert back to a U64. Probably makes sense to take strings, right? Like I can take total dot to st. Ooh, yes. Plus oh matter. What's wrong? Expected add string, found string. Wait. Okay, so let's just do.
I'm actually curious to know. What if this could easily overflow if you do it?
Yes. But then you would have to write. I agree. But then the issue becomes that then I would either have to write it in a language that supports arbitrarily large numbers, or I would have to implement a big int multiplication in some other language.
Yeah, or you have to make it in a way that you don't let it overflow, which means.
Given that now it's the same input.
وداك الكونكاتينيشن تقدر تحطها فيما بغيتي.
I mean, you put it anywhere, anyways. Maybe we have to do a guard in that if it exceeds the number that at any point, if the number that total we have is bigger than our target, we can stop.
Yeah.
And I think we can even catch overflow with Rust. When we want to convert to int, if it overflows, we stop. We don't do that operation.
You can, but what I'm thinking about is كنشوف بعدا doesn't make حيت دابا تخيل انت مع حنا the way you're doing this you're assuming بلي داك الكونكاتينيشن اوبيراتور it apply على all what has been before plus هاد النمبر وهاد النمبر هذا غنكون مثلا جمعت 1 2 3 درت 1 زائد 2 and then داكشي اللي جمعت زدت عليه. كاين واحد الاكزامبل هنا داروا 6 في 8 اوكي داروا 6 في 8 48 48 كونكاتيني مع 6 هي 6 مضروبه في 15 7290 اوكي that's how it works I guess so it doesn't matter. You should apply it كما جاي. Okay, my question is moot. صح والو. شنو ما يدير؟
Expected add string, found string.
What? Converts the given value to a string. I mean, can't you do just format? You can do format, right? بغيتي string value.
Is there a format?
Yeah, just do format macro. Yeah.
Okay.
And then دير الفورما هذاك مع هذاك yeah, and then total nums.
Oh, beautiful. And this is a string, yeah?
Yeah.
Awesome. and I can do parse.
And then yeah, now you can parse, and then you probably should match on the error
Yeah,
to
so
U64, and then هنا you need ما عندكش 128 اصلا.
it exists.
نو عندك كل شيء 64 الا بغيتي دير
Right,
لي 128
right.
خصك تختار كل شيء 128.
No, I just want to do it here so it doesn't overflow, so I can check that it's larger than target.
No, what if it's like it's bigger than U64 ولكن صغر من U128 كدير تجمعها مع الاخرين انت الاخرين كاملين عندك U64s.
Yeah, you're right. لا لا لا, wait. But the target is always U64. So if it becomes larger,
او
yeah,
انت
but
مازال
then
باغي تكومباريها مع التارجت.
yeah, I will not go down a path that is already
Yeah.
destroyed target. This is a purely increase in sequence. I can throw in before.
Sure. I mean, if you want to do that, just go for it. Totally will
So
work. إلا كنت غتزيد داك التشيك then
yeah,
but you'll still have to downcast it.
I actually skip it downcasted. Okay. So now I don't think I want to do unwrap.
Now you should match.
Yeah. So is it called match? Yeah.
Yeah, you should match on the end total.
And total.
And then you have OK.
Ooh, okay, and then some value,
Yeah.
and then
OK, some
what's the
value,
other one?
then error.
Oh,
And then
the
خصك
other
تمشي
one.
تشوف الديفينيشن ديال بارس. خصك
واش
تشوف
كاينه overflow.
يا واش الا كديتيكتي اوفرفلو كي كدير تبان.
Uh, okay, so let's go to parse here. لا ماشي هنا.
Actually, look. It doesn't matter.
أي error.
أي error, just return false. Or just return 0.
So what's
So
the syntax here? Is there an arrow notation?
okay, so just take x level yeah ندير سهم ديك arrow notation تساوي ودير val.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And then
And then
error.
error, it doesn't matter, just دير till return
No.
0. Yeah.
لا.
Yeah, كيما هي.
I don't think we
And
want
then
to
في
return zero.
دير
Do we want to return zero? No.
هذه هي برونين. غتخرج من هذا الفانكشن بزيرو. There is nothing to go from this path.
No, it just means we cannot use the concatenation character at this point.
Oh, but
So
wait.
let's do this first. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe do that.
Let's do this first, and let's
Then let's
mutable
mute
answer equal this. Answer
and ans plus
equal solve this.
which is val. No, دير let val كتساوي في داك 28. Yeah. And then تما دير val. تما return 0. تما بغيتي تخرج. لا return ans. Return ans. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, really? So this now, what this is confused. So this return actually on the whole block till function. Nice. Okay.
Yeah.
And then now this should work, right? To return ans. بلا ما ندير حتى شي
Yeah.
حاجة.
No, you should. I mean, maybe I do ans. Yeah.
So let's solve it for I plus 2 total 0.
What?
No.
علاش total 0?
Val.
Yeah. شنو هذيك؟
I have to.
You have to let.
I have to let.
شنو دايرين الفوق؟ طلع الفوق.
Yeah,
Why is
I
it
think
complaining?
this is.
It complains about it, right? You might have meant to return. Yeah.
But is this an error?
Yeah. It's not gonna let you compile.
Okay.
So خصك تريتيرني حيت مازال كاينين statements تحت منها.
Okay. And then solve. Function solve is never used.
Yeah, it's fine.
And then can I do underscore?
المارين قال لك you lost me الدراري. If you feel lost, that's fine. We are lost as well. But we'll explain this for later.
Okay. So all we want to do now is remove all of the old code.
Yeah.
Solve nums 0 target address and then
did it work?
So one thing that I should be able to do. Did they give you the answer for the sample that they gave us earlier?
Yes, they did.
Let me just do a sample.
11,378.
So 11,000.
378. Can you run it?
Yeah. For this one. Yeah.
Yeah. Huh? درتي داك اني بوين اي وداك هذيك بوين اي شي لعبه شي فايل اكستنشن اللي كي ريكوغنايزها. I mean it's recognized C.
Here, please.
It's still named point.
Yes, yes. I'm trying to rename it. Yeah.
What the hell?
Okay.
What the hell?
Which file format is this? UTF-8.
For some reason it's still recognizing it as a C file. Can you hide the example point وخليها just sample?
Okay. Okay. I think it's okay now.
It's okay? Okay.
It needed to refresh. No, I know. Okay. And then
run
we
it.
need to change.
Sample.
Okay. Nope.
Bam! Wrong.
Dang.
Dang it.
Oh, I know why. Because every time we make it to target, return target, and we keep adding these guys. What we should do here is the max, ماشي sum. And max doesn't exist. Can't find function in this.
I guess you should find the max on the number.
Yes. On the number?
I guess.
Let me look it up and learn from شنو قلتي لي ندير هنا. So U64, right? So I can do U64. Where is it? Where's the U64 small max? I'll try it. Maybe they just don't want to show it. Really?
Can you do Alpha? Their ants dot max ذاك الفاليو. Yeah.
And so it assigns itself to itself ولا كيفاش? Returns.
ants ديال max ants dot max مع solve.
And then returns the maximum هنا. Is that what you're saying?
Yes. And then حيد داك plus equals. دير تساوي.
Okay.
What are you doing?
I thought 0 could be understood as like the.
It will be غير جالس تعطيه operand واحد ماشي 10.
Yeah, okay.
Maybe that's max.
Okay.
The ans plus equals, is that what you want? Or you want like ans equals?
Yeah, ans equals. Thank you.
Is it lower or higher?
ما عرفتش شنو كتبوا.
No, هذيك
That's 387. Okay. So we just go in dot in, right? So let's go in dot in.
باق يا الخدع. اوف حقرت راسها صاحبي.
To be honest, surprised.
It's quick.
I know. I need to figure out how to make this work. Apparently, I'm using yeah, okay, I made it work. Yalla, try it. عيش بهذا البروبلم.
Nice. Completed day 7. Congratulations, Mr. Khalil.
What's the difference between the two operands ديال max? Never mind.
Yeah, let me go back to comments. Never mind. Yeah. Alright, Khalil, قبل ما نرجعوا نقراو الكومنتس, can you walk us through the second part of the problem and the solution you did?
Yes. Yeah. So this is more of a brute force technique. What we're trying to achieve here, we're looking at an array of numbers. Yeah.
عرفتي شنو خصك دير؟ خصك تبيري داك، خصك سيتابي تبيري الايباد باش تقدر تشرح بحال هذا.
yeah, باش تقدروي.
سير الله سير دابا يكمل.
Okay, so what we're trying to do is basically go through all the combinations of possibilities of putting the operands. Okay, now we have two places where we need to put operands. This is one place. I'll just make this more readable. This is one place, and this is another place. Now, for each one of these places, there's basically three operations: the plus, the x, and the concatenation operator, whatever you want to call it, right? If you look closely here, you can see what multiply, you can see an addition, right? And then we do the concatenation separately. In fact, I should probably take this from here. It's more readable here. And this is the concatenation. So we try to put the numbers next to each other as a string. Once we do it here, right? So we first try to put a plus, then we try to put a multiply, then we try to put an R. Then we take that result, go to the next place, and then try to do it all over again. Now, at the end, you can see me use a max value over here. What I'm trying to do with this max value is I just need to find one way to make my target, okay? So if you look at this, we have 1, 2, 3, okay? Let's say we want to make 1, 2, so 8. Let's say we want to make number 8. The only way we can make it is by using multiply, right? If we do multiply here and then multiply there, okay? Whenever I find that target, I return 8, okay? If I can make it. Otherwise, I return zeros, okay? So let's say I try all of the other variations. If I do 1 plus 4, 1 plus 2 plus 1 times 2 plus 4, for example, it's not going to give me 8. Then I would return 0. If I use the max on all these potential end states, if it returns 0, it means none of them could find the target. If it returns the target itself, it means at least one of them was equal to the target. We can get to the target in multiple ways, but I just need to know that it was possible in one way. So that's just a little trick to make it easier to answer. But this classic recursively trying to do steps. So if you think about the n queens, for example, right? You try to put something in a position, try to see if it works, and then keep going.
And is it true, is it a fair assumption to assume باللي solve فاش كتعيط الماكس ديال solve سواء غتكون زيرو سواء غتكون target. It can be anything else, right?
Because
so you can prune this. If you wanted to prune this slightly, you can just check at each moment إلا solve returned شي حاجة من غير زيرو, then it was able to find something and just return target نيشان.
Yep. We can do that. For example, each time we call solve, we could then have an if statement right after it that checks and would reduce the complexity. Actually, one of the things is that if you see here, we start index 0 and we call with total 0. What we're doing is a little bit wrong. It's like we're adding number 0 at the beginning of this list, okay? Right? And if you add number 0 at the beginning of any list, you would either have to do a plus here or you would have to do an or, right? But you wouldn't, but a multiply would just delete whatever that next number is. And it might cause us a problem.
Yep. انا I assumed باللي غتقلب الاول وغتعيط بواحد first element. هادشي اللي صحابي غدير.
I forgot it. That's what I wanted to do.
وخدمات.
But actually our solution is wrong. The input is obviously not using that.
Not
But
using
I can make a case
in which that breaks.
Yeah, you would multiply the first one by 0 to get rid of it, so that you can take the sum of these two, and it gives you the right answer, and you think it's correct. Well, it's not technically possible, but it's fine.
Okay. Let's see.
And
Chat.
this is Rust way of taking a vector and removing spaces.
I'm pretty sure there is a better way of doing this, but that's fine.
Yeah, that's okay.
That's fine.
It's
That works.
readable. It's readable.
Readable, it works.
I think the only problem I have is the abundance of unwraps, right?
Because I mean,
But
unwraps because errors or optionals are a thing. I mean, even if you go back to your solution, like that's all function there.
yeah,
Your function should not be returned as target to zero, hit you're using zero as a sentinel value of not finding anything.
yeah.
So ideally, you should return an option of U64.
So something like okay of target and then the error
I mean,
of
no, I mean, like, I wouldn't say error hit. It's not an error. You might return like some none. So some target or none. No, that you
okay.
to may return none. Yeah. And to may return sum of target.
And some. Okay. And then this is what did you say this is?
An optional, yeah, or an option of U64.
Ooh. And then I
So
wouldn't
yeah, and then here you would do if let sum to solve, and then that if you do if let sum, solve the call, and you get a value, it means you found a way. And then you return whatever the value was.
so I can do this. Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. And then you can do if let sum. No, there's let sum. ارجع line 29. So the syntax is kind of funky. ارجع line 29. ده sum القوس ديال sum. سمي واحد الفاليو capture واحد الفاليو. Yeah. X ولا شي حاجة. Yeah. Equals solve. Yeah.
Oh.
Right. And then if you found it, then you return sum of X. You have واحد تساوي في الآخر زايدة.
Yeah. I was trying to. Yeah.
Yeah. And that's right. And then you can, and this prunes this search. So it means you found it. You don't need this. You do the same for X. Yeah. And then again, like you return some X. And then it's complaining because expected semicolon.
Really?
Okay. And then same trick for, what is that returning? None. Yeah. So you don't have to return the ends. And same trick to just return some. Just return some. Just return solve. So.
Well, I can do this.
Ula solve. Yeah.
But then I have to
just remove the mute.
Yeah, I don't think I need answer anymore. And then now I just need to work with it here, right?
You may just match again like you do solve. You can do.
So I can match on
you can do
right?
unwrap. You can just do unwrap or zero because you know the default value is zero.
Okay, but I could also do a match on my solve, and then
and then sum, some value, and then value,
and then none
is zero. Here equivalent to unwrap or zero.
Oh wow,
that's it.
Oh, really cool. Yeah, this is much more readable. So like it's much more Englishy.
Yeah, I mean, it forces the unwrap solution just a way for us to escape because we are more sure about the input. You appreciate the more. I mean, the more unwraps you see, the more. You're not sure about the user input, and then you have to care whether that thing succeeded or not. And now we're making a bunch of assumptions just to speed it up.
Did you realize how faster it was?
I mean, you can still compile it in release mode.
But
and get it more.
Did you see the difference? We got it instantaneously.
Yeah, I mean, because you're pruning the search demo.
Yeah. And there is a release mode. So what's that? Cargo release?
I don't know. I guess like you should do cargo build and then probably dash release. Maybe that. I don't know. See, now you're building with the dev profile, right? Do build. I want to see. Yeah, so do build dash dash release. So so if that works.
Oh, okay.
Yes, now doing the release. نبقى راني شوف دير ls target هتلقى الباينري في target.
Cargo ls target.
لا دير غير ls target بلا
Okay.
كارجو بلا والو. بغيتي تشوف الباينري ديالك من build,
Yeah,
right?
okay.
You see
So,
debug and release دير ls target and release
uh-huh.
and then you'll see rs راني ذاك الباينري.
It's ours. Okay.
اسمي ديال الكريب. Yeah, you can time that. 111.
Very nice. Okay, من هنا لقدام it's only Rust, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, was this any interesting? Because I think هو اللي كان سول على
I
على
mean,
Rust.
sure. I mean, I guess like this is helpful.
It was helpful to me at least.
عدنان قال لكم please keep going, هادشي super interesting وبالتدريج. شكرا. Well, thank you عدنان for the kind words. Min says good job. الله يرحم الوالدين. الله يرحم الوالدين. Thank you very much. Shinsberg قال لكم you guys are awesome. Thank you very much.
Very nice. Thank you.
What is your major in programming? Did you have a major?
It's computer
ما كانش
science.
Yeah, computer science. Yeah, you just
That's
call
it,
it computer science.
Yeah. I think for masters you do a specialty, but besides.
Yeah, maybe. How can we get interview at Big Tech Comp? Well, it's kind of like it depends on experience. Nowadays, it's very hard to get interviews in a good amount of experience because they're not hiring new grads and like junior engineers as much. They need people with experience, and the more experience you have, the more chances you have to get an interview. This is sad, but it is what it is.
It's also a good opportunity. When you just go out of university, I feel like you can pick up a lot of scrap, not necessarily in big tech. You can pick up a lot of knowledge. So I'm not saying it really sucks to go to big tech once you just graduate. It doesn't, right? But there are still some advantages, although minor, when you don't as well. Psychologically for us, I think everybody is like using it as on a personal level as a success metric. But you can get there after a couple of years. That's absolutely fine.
Yeah, that's true. Can you drop your LinkedIn profiles
for a price?
Huh? What did you say?
I was like, for a price.
For a price, yeah, because we are super كنخبيو LinkedIn تعرفوا. And if somebody has our LinkedIn, please paste it في comments.
I mean, to be honest, نقول لكم أنا I can send you mine, or you already have mine, so you can probably post it. It's fine.
Yeah, somebody.
I usually just don't accept people because here is the thing. I don't spend any time on LinkedIn, right? And whenever I come in, I find requests of people not saying anything, right? It's like, hey, like no context. So whoever wants to add me, I'm really happy to. Just one line of context. Hey, this is who I am.
أنا شفتك في stream.
Exactly, like just stream at least for me is like this is one of us, right?
Okay. قال لك CP necessary to get those interviews.
It's very helpful.
It can help. It can help passing the interviews. Getting the interviews, I don't know. Back in the day, it kind of was. You kind of had like some plus if you had like ICPC badge on your resume. Maybe people who used to recruit. This is نقول كاين واحد الريورد functions ديال recruiters. The more they hire, the more they get people accepted, the better for them. So if they get people from ICPC and ACPC and IOI وقاعد الناس اللي داروا like competitive programming before, it turns out that those guys actually do very well in interviews and then كيتقبطوا. So إذا كيتشدوا, they accept offers, they get bonuses. So هكا كان الموديل كيخدم. Not so much anymore because they're not really looking at junior positions as much. And people who are a bit more senior, they don't do as much CP. So CP is like a university thing. It's a phase, but people stop doing it for the most part.
I think except Luxace.
Except success. خلاص ما نحطوا قدنا خصنا نحطوا عندك الكونت ديال كود فورسز.
Wait, I think I do.
شي طرالي ولا صاحبي يسكريو شي كونتست. شنو هادشي. What are your thoughts on AI eating away the junior programming position? I don't know. Junior programming position, the senior programming position. I guess like it depends on شنو كدير. If you're doing something that is completely basic, which AI could replace, maybe they will be replaced. It's like about cost function. if AI costs less than hiring you, then they will use AI for that. But like if you're doing something that is interesting, AI is not capable of doing that, then you're fine. I don't think it's about experience.
There's also like a prospect of أنتم فكروا فيها, right? Like if you completely destroy the junior market, let's assume ما بقى عندنا غدا junior, right? Now, obviously, one thing is the price of a senior is going to increase because it became a limited resource. But also, you're going to have an issue, as in if the AI doesn't become a senior, then juniors will be in demand again because you want to train them because they will eventually become seniors. I'm not really sure the current AI will kill. Yeah, it will kill a little bit, but I don't think it's going to have the impact that we think it will have. I will not be able to find a job at all. But it also depends on the level, right?
Yeah. Badruddin قال لك is consulting companies not good to start your career. انا نقول لك شي حاجه وما تاخذهاش. Again, like this is mainly my personal opinion. I wouldn't touch a consulting company, not by a mile. عمرني خدمت في consulting company and I'm never planning to do it. And my reason is that like they're not doing tech. الهدف ديالهم هو ماشي هما to make good products. الهدف ديالهم ولا make great infrastructure. الهدف ديالهم هما keep billing. So you are there to maximize billing. So الهدف منك انت هو انك تمشي لواحد البرودوي كيما بغى يكون ولا تمشي عند واحد الكليون وتبقى دير لو ستريكت مينيموم باش تمينتيني واحد البروجي يبقى خدام كيما هو. We don't want you to do anything else. ما اذا درتي اكثر ما تتخلصش اكثر وما عندكش اش دير اكثر اصلا. There is no reward function هكا محطوطه باش انك انت if you do better you get rewarded better. No, it's about you putting كدير داكشي اللي كيقول لك القاين and that's it. So usually like very few consulting companies are actually good for engineers. And تاني حاجه you're not the best, you're not the main resource. So if you work at a product company, say مثلا انت كنتي خدام في I don't know GitLab. I'm just thinking of GitLab with HashiCorp. Somebody who actually makes software and they sell software. So the engineers are the main resource. So they are the value of the engineer is like the highest in the company. Mashi the lawyer, mashi the accountant, mashi the sales guy, mashi the marketing team. The biggest budget and the most amount of importance goes to engineers. So إذا كان هذا هو وهي structure, then I would like to work there. You get better perks, you get better pay, you get the opportunity mainly to do more impact. So you make better products, you make infrastructure that goes along with whatever you want to do. كتبقى على حسب انت شنو بغيتي دير. ما باش تخدم في consulting companies, I found that rarely works out for people who actually want to write software. Although don't get me wrong, you can get paid very well and you can get a very comfortable life after working at a consulting company.
I would say I agree with you. And it's not the worst thing you can do to your career, probably.
Yeah,
It's fine. It's
yeah.
not the end of your career. It's when you think about it as a new grad, you go do consulting. You'll write some code,
درتي
right?
consulting خالد انت ياك؟
I did. I
Okay.
did. I did.
So you're in
It's
a better position to talk about this than I am.
it doesn't kill you. It's as like you said, exactly I agree with you. You are not necessarily writing software for the sake of writing robust, like obviously you will try and write clean, robust, scalable, whatever you want to call it. It's never going to be at that scale, that interest. Like you might even do better at a startup. Hit you care so much about the product, and while in consulting, you care your client, right? Um, is your product and not their product. So like there is a distance can be in whatever you're doing for them, because you're trying to please them and not do what's right for the product, as an example. There is kind of this duality. But from a software engineering standpoint, you will still learn. Yeah. Uh, and I would say if you want to go more managerial side, it could still be interesting down the line. Don't block yourself into not going to them because you think it will stop your career. Your career, for me, depends purely on you and what you learn. You can spend a year at like a shady place. It's fine. You can do 2 years at a shady place. But if you do 2 years at a shady place, the important factor becomes you much more than like, yeah, if you do 2 years at a big company, people will just auto respect for no reason. For the name of the big company, obviously, right? There's like this inherent, yes, this guy is great, right? He did X years in there, which is great. That's yeah. Uh, There's a high chance that you're right. Uh, but if you take a normal guy from, let's say, Shaby Place, and you're like, okay, this guy is bad. What is this place? I've never heard of it. This is absolutely wrong. It doesn't have the same ratio of conversion factor. I agree with you, but انت اللي غديرها doesn't mean you can get out of it with the same ratio of personal success or personal learnings.
All right. Hope had she makes sense. Any more comments? Very proud to see Moroccans on the top of the. Thank you. We're
That's
nowhere near the top, but thank you very much
where do you see these
for
Moroccans?
thinking that we are.
I mean, ما معانا العزوز like say. So I don't know who you're talking about them. Oh,
عرفتي باللي دايرين ساعة 3 ساعات قاعدة تولد
I know Elisha.
شوف
Yeah. This is what happens when you want to write Rust and Python.
يا يستاهل بصراحة هذاك بايثون نجبت على راسي
وكتبناه بسي بلس بلس.
يا واش تقدر دير good career في المغرب I don't see why not
Yeah. I don't know. There's a friend of mine كان كيدير معنا CPS some time ago, who's just for privacy, I'll not share the name, okay? But some long ancient time ago, really smart guy, who had opportunities to go to the US, for example, but it chose not to. Stayed in Morocco next to family, and who did extremely well. And I think whose career in Morocco is not in any less for the life that you will have a hindrance. Like you can still learn that. For me, learning depends on you. But it's like 90% you, and okay, you may not get the learning of scalability that you would get in, for example, a big company, right? You're not necessarily going to work in Morocco for a company that works with billions of users. Okay, but so be it. So what? The life is still continues. It's so you can have a very good career from Maghreb. Uh, there are some interesting companies. I mean, obviously, if you still want to go into, as I said, a bit of consulting because you have some cash there, right? But I still think like some semi-tech companies, semi-tech, they're like tech companies, but like surprising interesting from Maghreb. I mean, what's the name of the one اللي اللي كنت بديتي فيها؟
اللي كتبدي
I was
فيها
forgetting. I always
Which one?
forget. From Maghreb.
The
Was
editing.
there what?
Ates.
No, 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 no. There's another one. They're actually famous. They're على برا المغرب.
Ah,
There's
alright.
yes.
نسيت اسمه ده.
نسيت. نسيت. Right.
معلم.
Like Oracle, like my understanding is it pretty good. Like given the scope, of course. Like you always have to compare within a scope of Shilaya, but that's pretty good. It's not bad. In any like in all respectable senses, it's not bad. It's really good, and you can make a career, and you can make a career there, which is not an ad for Oracle, by the way, because
Yeah. Also, career is a very kind of overloaded word. Like شنو كيعني خليل بكارير ماشي بالضروره غتماتشي داكشي اللي عنيتي به انت بكارير في السؤال ديالك.
fair
حيت
point.
كارير تقدر تعني امباكت بروجيكت كما تقدر تعني العلاقه ماني لا how much
Yeah,
money you made and both aspects of it are completely fine.
yeah.
Okay. Any thoughts on O3 model by OpenAI on Sui benchmark if you follow what's happening? I have no idea ايش كدير OpenAI. ما تنتبعش كاع داك
كما نقول ستريم البرايم just
البرايمجين.
react to everything and videos.
Yeah, I have no idea ايش كدير OpenAI. I
Killer
have
us.
yeah, and I wouldn't
I don't know.
really.
I think the only controversy and I saw is like the pricing model for the pro model
Yeah, I
going
saw like
forward.
some $200 per month. They jumped from like 10 ل 20
Yeah,
100. Oh.
yeah. That's of
Oh.
course for the non-profit organization.
Yeah, for the nonprofit, exactly. Hire the team, tourism, can develop the app idea. I would be lying if I told you I know where. Sadly, finding good developers is very hard.
Yeah.
It's not something we can answer for you. أنا آسف. الدراري واقيلا اتس تايم باش تبقاو ديروا اورينتاد. عاودي دابا حنا عيينا، شي حنا ما زعمناش على داك 8 حنا حنا نتلفوا.
هذا دابا تنجيبو
نكملوا ما
السوايع.
كرهناش ما قديناش والو الجهد.
الدراري تقدروا
الدراري
تعطيونا لينكدين.
زين
Yeah, sure.
نعطيكم لينكدين خليل.
لقاه.
دير سميتك ياك.
I hope so. Yeah, I should. I should
لازم ندير
should have my
خليل
name معايا.
8 هاو يس. What is that?
Oh wow, O3 model apparently. We'll get to it in the next one, but it's just interesting.
Assuming you're talking about this, yeah. Nearly 3K score of code forces. This needs to be benchmark.
3K is huge. 3K is
It's
huge.
kind of big.
My top was for like 18 or 1900. It's huge. I'm not even sure I got 1900.
3K is
3000 بس.
مشكلة هو إذا كان 3K it screws up like the code forces rating model.
Yep.
Anybody with $200 can be 3K.
Yep.
So you can't trust people's ratings. As with all the rating schemes like infringement schemes like in India or China.
I mean, even chess.
Yeah.
Like think about chess. Like they've had engines for so long. So people when they play online, it's kind of sad because then it kind of breaks the let's say the fairness or the nature of the sport.
That's a bit sad. Closed AI pricing is insane.
زعما open AI closed AI. That's
Closed AI.
I thought it was a
Okay.
joke.
Okay, أنا فهمت معطل. Um, I want to learn C++. Good luck. Good luck. I mean, صراحة ça dépend عليا زعما. I'm not claiming that it's very hard. It's much nicer nowadays than it was like 20 years ago. وقيلا. It's much nicer though. Um, competitive programming still matters فاش كتكون senior or 5 years plus working. Still matters? I don't know. I mean, is this a statement to that question? Because I'm assuming it's a question. I'm going to say from my point of view, it doesn't really matter. Nobody's going to come and tell you, you know what, اليوم غادي نصاوبوا our own, we need to solve this and it requires like a Fenwick tree over whatever. Nobody cares. Like, hey, when writing actual software, like, and the older you go, you stop solving like a lot of the mundane problems, and most people of us like are dealing with people problems. But code itself is just the same old. So I don't think it's like it requires that amount of like algorithmic excellence باش دير خصك تكون like well rated في السي بي باش تقدر دير في خدمتك حيت خير دليل على هذا الشيء هذا هو ان خدامين معايا بزاف ديال الناس عمرهم داروا السي بي ما تيعرفوش حتى شنو هو if you say CP they wouldn't know شنو of course خدامين معايا ناس اللي كانوا well rated في سي بي مع نفس الناس اللي خدامين وما عمرهم داروا السي بي and this in itself could tell you like it doesn't really matter.
And I've seen, I think, more people not doing CP than doing CP.
Yep.
So
you'd be surprised. You'd be surprised how much you think that people are actually doing CP. Like in the environment there can do CP. That doesn't mean that. I mean, a lot of people like you computer science doesn't.
the only thing that makes CP attractive to people who are looking for jobs is that if you're good at CP, there's a 95% chance you are passing the technical interviews lead code style, right? Because the problems are harder on the other side, and you've already spent so much to get to that level. You need to spend already a lot of time. So it's usually enough for me. When you get into university, if you had gotten into CP and already put in the hour, it's just a good byproduct. Now, if you're sitting on a chair, okay, I need to prepare for work. For like my work interviews, you're not gonna do 3 years of CP in 2 weeks. Yeah, you will go and do lead code and try to train on that company's problems.
And then we have automation unreleased working the claims in hierarchy computer. We'll see when فاش غيتريليسا غنجمعو ونشريو كونت كامل.
صافي نديرو نحلو donations.
كراود فانديو $200 ونجربوه نشوفوا واش نوصلوا 3000 في كود فورسز ولا لا.
بساطة غيفرقعنا يبقى فينا الحال.
So we becoming obsolete. What would happen to knowledge? أسئلة عميقة جدا. كتفكر أنا ما كنفكرش هادشي الصراحة. حتى نوصلوا لذاك النهار ونشوف. I mean everything like morphs into something else. Like knowledge workers بالفورمال اللي كنعرفوهم دابا ما غيبقاوش كيما هما morph into something else. I morph شي حاجة أخرى اللي شنو هي I have no idea.
I mean, عرفتي بحال it's like the age old question. Okay, when you had machines.
When you had machines.
When machines started happening, yeah, which probably at
الثورة
some point,
الصناعية.
yeah, ناض عليها الصداع, and then that's the same way I see it, right? Some jobs were lost, yeah. But jobs
some
opened,
others got created and stuff.
and people transition. So it should be fine.
Correct.
خصنا نتشجعوا ولا
ever tried building a bot for high frequency trading? I didn't. ما فيش خليل مرة tried. But even though like إلى عندكم شي بروكر اللي يقدر يدير لنا I don't know they can have like some sort of API to simulate trades. We can try and build it. How interesting that will that be? I don't know. Like high frequency trading is a whole other type of programming, to be honest. To truly, I think to truly have the ability to do this, استخدم one of the high frequency trading shops like in, and we have a lot of them in London.
But we can always try to do something like this on stream, just with like fake data,
Yeah.
simulate like the volume.
Yeah, but most of the optimization bit is like done to minimize network time and retransmits and rewrite the whole TCP stack in user on user mode, and then like شحال طويل الكابل من عندك البروكر. They are kind of weird the
على مخر.
تقدروا تديروا شي لايف تبيلديو شي جيم ولا اب نشوفوا الابروش. I think it will be great. I guess this was suggested earlier قبيله في some of the better ideas. This is something that we'll definitely do. Well, now we're just trying to get momentum and trying to find the time to actually do this more often. And if we can, we'll definitely like build project. It doesn't make sense to start a project that when we don't and we do 2 hours when we never finish it. We want to like make this like more regular so that we can more long-term things.
Yeah.
What's the experience in offshoring companies in Morocco matter for big tech companies? I mean, experience is experience. It is what you need. It's not the same model, but you have as long like you've worked I don't know 5 سنين في كابجيميني و4 سنين في سي جي اي و 3 سنين في I don't know Accenture. And now you're getting interviewed for a position at Google, for a position at Facebook, or Microsoft. I mean, you still had like a good amount of experience. You're interviewing for a senior position, for a lead position, and you'll definitely have a lot of experience. But of course, if the same experience gets from a similar shop to the company اللي انت باغي تابلاي عليها, that'll be better because they know they are picking, like they know that they'll be picking up thing. راك ديجا كنتي خدام على حوايج اللي هما they wait for you انك تخدم عليهم عندهم, so that's completely fine. ولكن فاش كتجي like a good amount of experience from offshoring companies, I don't think that can صراحة كنشوفو كنقول no, that's not experience, هذاك offshoring في المغرب. It still counts as experience. You were writing software and solving people problems, so I don't think it's something to be discarded.
Agreed. Can't add anything. Sorry, Samuel.
ديالك خليل.
Okay. I've tried Nest, for JavaScript for the backend. I've tried there's another one, Python one has a name. There's a framework that has a name that I forgot about. Let me just quickly remember it. Python. Fast API. Okay.
Oh, sure. I mean, this is just the first API.
Oh wow. I did that some time ago. Recently, I think the last year. I was working just with Next itself and doing the backends with Next. It depends on what you're building, obviously. Yeah. So here's the picture. You're building a side project or you're building an MVP. Okay. Why the hell would I need to write like a backend and have that backend chartered into microservices with auto scaling, running on my own custom infra? I can just write everything in Next. Next has a backend that can serve all of these endpoints, works pretty well with a lot of tools, and I can ship things faster. So You can do Nest.js, which is the Java-like experience in JavaScript. It's not bad. It's not horrible. Um, and you can also do Fast API. And just to give you some more thoughts, you can do anything you want. PHP is somehow picking up popularity this last year for no apparent reason.
I mean, it was always been popular. Like
Yeah, but as a
a lot of,
backend, like
I keep a lot of it has one of the best developer
I
experience.
I I did Laravel in 2013 when I was first
Yeah, it's in the
starting.
British هذه which can.
It's very nice.
It was very nice developer
Very nice.
experience wise.
The
For building
tooling
a
is great.
website or a CMS or anything, it's really nice.
Like just building an API. And for me, I would pick PHP Laravel over Java. What's the framework that they use in Alex? The very famous one.
Spring.
Yes. And I worked a bit with Spring. So I can't. So
Yeah, not very
anything
good.
works. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anything works about it then. Just get it done. صراحة you'll pick up something interesting regardless.
انا ضحكني زكريا قال لك if we reach singularity we are at a weak position. قلت لك
Maybe next time نبداو بالquestions باللي it's
double
more
question.
taxing.
Okay, how about this one? New into competitive programming, give me a long-term advice. يلا خالد. Long-term advice.
Long term. I mean, competitive programming itself is like short, medium term endeavor. I mean, unless you're 10. I'm saying, which
I don't know. من تصورها كيبان مازال صغير.
yeah, you look young. Like,
So maybe makes sense.
long
IOI,
term,
MOI, and then
long term
ICPC.
advice for me. I can't talk about advice. صراحة. I'm not wise enough yet. I'll tell you what works for me. What works for me was reading one book called Competitive Programming 4. It was 3 at the time. Took it from back to back, did all of the problems that I could. And that helped me go from someone who. So this is interesting. It helped me move from someone who couldn't learn to someone who could learn. So it taught me a process of learning, and it taught me تقاتل like just use my brain in a way اللي school was not necessarily training me to do at that level. So I would say that's the only thing I would usually tell people. Go book to book cover, do it seriously. You should improve. How much time, how long? To each person.
But the most important bit, do it as long as it's fun. نهار يحبس وما يبقاش fun, it's not worth it. At least to me. It was fun. I did it. And when it started to look like a chore, there are far more like حوايج اللي عندهم retour sur investissement كتر than CP. If I wanted to do something that is painful, I would just do those and get the return on investment. Hey, CP man, there's like a very big return on investment.
Yeah. And the only thing that helped me, Anna, to be honest with you,
guy's 18. So maybe you have still a chance to do Iowa.
I started at 18 at Anna. So
yeah.
I mean, obviously the level now is not the level back then. Right. And one of the things that helped me stay was the fact that I was winning. And like we were winning as a team. And when you win, even when it's not fun, even when you have days where it's not fun, yeah, it pushes you to keep, right? So I would say, yeah, follow Mehdi's advice. At the end of the day, it's just, and for me, أحسن حاجة اديت من هادشي, like beyond the knowledge, is probably the people.
Yep.
So enjoy, man, like any hobby.
It's a hobby. It's I don't know. It's a fun thing to do after school.
Exactly. If you go to school.
If you go to school. It's a fun thing to do over school.
Yeah, exactly. واحسن من البيار, I suppose. Nothing against اللي كيلعبوا البيار, عزيز عليا البيار, ولكن المهم.
I guess we passed the 3-hour mark. So maybe we call it a day, Leo.
hello.
Maybe we call it a day and then نخليو ذاك البروبليم الاخر till نهار اخر. I'm kind of tired and I'm a bit hungry.
Yeah, same. But I mean, we'll do a stream very soon again.
Yeah, we'll do something. There is a let's make this the last question.
Okay.
Is there actual 9 to 5 jobs where it's actually fun to work code? I don't think so. Nothing is really fun. Like nothing is fun all the time. So all jobs, like a healthy job would be like fun 30% of the time, and then it'll be painful for like 60 to 70% of the time. So nothing is, it's work. You don't go to work to have fun. You have fun to have fun. So in our work, I guess like sometimes it could be fun, but like most days it's very painful, and like you're scratching your head, you're fighting against problems that you don't understand, you're fighting people and trying to understand what they are saying and try to find common ground. So none of this is actually really, really fun. So just your expectations, and from the question, it sounds like CRUD UI mostly, yes, but if you don't like to do CRUD UI, just move to another job that you do something else. But it's not going to be like all fun. It's going to be like pain doing something else.
Agree.
I mean, I'm already doing it. كنا لعبنا على شي حاجة بعد. Not sure where Khalil is based. Khalil is based in London. Question for me, is London worth it? سؤال خليل. صراحة السؤال خصو يكون خليل. Was it worth it? Just recently.
It's nice. Actually, it depends on the person's lifestyle, yeah. But for me, for me, it gives you access to a lot of things you don't have access to, obviously. As a primary consumer country, yeah, you get everything first. I think that's enough for me to highlight.
Amazon Prime.
اصلا كنت كنحلم like
one day delivery, same day delivery.
Yeah, it's like a lot of people, I don't know if a lot of people played video games as a kid, ولكن انا كنت باغي تجيني بلاي 3 في نهار خرجات, right? Like you couldn't dream of that فاش كنتي في المغرب, فهمتي? It's a good place, man. Everyone will have his different time to get used to a certain place, yeah. So nobody's transition is necessarily like easy, but it's not a bad place, Alex. Like you live well, you live a good life. It has all of the ingredients for you to do so better, right? And for my own, and for myself, it's a place that I like. Met people who are very nice here. بزاف الناس اللي enjoy spending time with. A lot of places that you can go to, so pretty nice.
So yeah, if you're thinking about coming to London, London is a very great place to be. All right, we're gonna call it. Thank you guys. شكرا جزيلا حيث وصلتوا معنا 3 ساعات. We will see you في الابيزود الجاي where we might solve advent of code or we might do something else. مازال ما عرفناش. من هنا المرة الجاية نراكم. إلى اللقاء.